T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You're on mute.
Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, he's just man was just bubbling in the background and stuff. You know,
I
sorry
mean,
about that.
I was doing the same, so it's a nice tune, nice intro.
Yeah, that's my favorite tune of all time. Obi Twice, the setup. Bad tune though, bad tune. Welcome everybody. Another panel debate show where we chopping up all things about football. Okay, chopping up. Before I introduce my guests, just gonna go through some housekeeping rules first, as we always do when I come on live. Okay, number one, the most important thing I always talk about is be respectful to people in the comment section. Okay, it doesn't matter if you've got a difference of opinion, you know what I mean, but be respectful to everybody in the chat. Okay, be respectful. Second thing is, as I always say, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have subscribed already, please, at the end of the day, please hit up the comment section in the chat. Be respectful again, and also share the content to friends and family, and hit that notification bell. Okay, hit the notification bell. With that out the way, now it's time to introduce my guests. I have got the very beautiful, if you don't mind me saying, Sophia from Sophia Football Talks. Brilliant channel. No, seriously, it's a brilliant channel, man. I get some laughter. And I still remember the one where you did with the do you remember that short you did with when Arsenal lost to Sporting Lisbon? That was good.
Yeah.
That was heavy.
A little banter against the rivals. You know what I'm saying? The sport.
It's got to be done, man. It's got to be done.
Thank you.
Yeah. So welcome to the show again. Welcome to the show. So Sophie is a permanent fixture on the panel debate. You know what I mean? And I've got a new guy in the building. You know what I mean? In fact, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Big up family on. Yeah, I'm Morris, man. If you don't know me, I'm a United fan. Yeah, man. Big up family on. I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. I'm gonna let you do this later as well. Yeah, but have you got a channel at the moment?
Yeah. Oris Football. Yeah.
Yeah, when you're a Man United fan as well. Yeah. So obviously, and then you and Sophie after Nick. I'll get your number later, and I'll put you in my WhatsApp group. Yeah, because your
No
mate's
worries.
gone in there as well. The Huddersfield Town supporter. He's
Yeah,
gone
yeah,
in. He's gone in my WhatsApp group. So it's my WhatsApp group. You can promote your content and all sorts of that. And I've got all different fans in there. I've got Chelsea fans,
no worries.
Arsenal fans, and Man United. I've got Macy in there as well. Macy, and I've got Sophie, and so
Yeah,
it's a footballing family. So I'll get you in there, my friend, so
don't
you
worry,
can
no worries.
sort of like network with people and do shows with people and stuff. 'Cause I'm sure in the day, Sophie, or even Macy will love to have you in the show, fella. Obviously, United fans and stuff.
Hey,
So yeah.
me and Oris, we've been on each
Yeah,
other's channels before. We know each other.
yeah,
Oh, wicked, wicked. That's all the more
yeah.
better. That is all the more better. I love it. I love it. You know what I mean? It's all about a family. It's all about a family. Because I always say at the end of the day, it
100%.
don't matter at the end of the day, right? What team you support, it doesn't really matter, right?
Mm.
At the end of the day, right? We're all at one common goal is football and it's supporting our club. Do you know what I mean? You know, so if we can come together and have discussions and stuff, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, okay. Shall I hit up the comment section first? Shall I hit the comment? I'll leave that for a minute. I'll leave that for a minute and let that build up a bit, and I'll get in. I will get into that. First off, I'd like to. Oh, we're gonna touch on. We touch on Arsenal first off. Obviously, we ain't got no Arsenal's guy here to
Yeah.
sort of like basically at the end of the day, sort of like defend themselves. But it's all good. It's all good. We shall not mock them too much. You know what I mean? What do you think about Arsenal at the end of the day winning? Because it looks like they're gonna win the Premiership.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know.
I'll come to you, Sophie, first. What's your thoughts on that?
I was watching the game, and then, I think when the fourth goal came, I was like, let's get this. I had to just, get it. I couldn't watch anymore. It annoyed me. They're playing good football and whatnot, and, it's annoying. It really does annoy me. My dad's a gooner, so, I have to be living with the guy, always rubbing it in how good they're doing. We all know. But, I mean, I still do feel like City will probably win it, but at the end of the day, you never know. If City would have lost to Liverpool, which I mean, obviously we will dive into that throughout the show, but
Mm,
I do think maybe I would probably be like, okay, oh, maybe it could be Arsenal, but somebody will crumble at some point. It could be Arsenal, could be City, I don't know, but they did their thing, and even with Saliba, that's out for injury and whatnot, the defense looks solid. They play well. I can't say much. I can try to hate as much as I want, but they're playing well, which irks me. It annoys the hell out of me, but it is what
mm,
it is. You know.
mm. What are you saying, or what are you saying, brother?
Yeah, they're playing well, man. I'm just getting annoyed, but they're playing well. Arteta's getting he's getting a tune out of these players, man. He really is, and
Yeah.
yeah, they're doing their thing. And if they don't win the league, then I don't want any excuse from their fan base. So for me, they should be winning this league, but
Tell them.
they deserve it, man. They really do. And obviously they've got big games coming up now next week. So they got Liverpool next week, and obviously they still have to play City and stuff. But yeah, it looks like it will be their title, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I can say. I was watching the game when they scored the third one. I was like, yeah, it's game
Right.
over. But Leeds for me, they should be relegated, man. I really hope they do go down, but yeah, I mean Arsenal they deserve it, but they say 9 finals, but I don't know what happened to the Europa Leagues and the FA Cups. I don't know what happened to those two, but
Tell them,
yeah,
Oris.
listen, yeah,
They were
listen,
calling it Mickey Mouse trophies, but they can do it. So hey,
exactly.
Yeah, but teams always do that. They always call certain trophies Mickey Mouse when they can't win them. You know what I mean? If they're so Mickey Mouse on them there, it should
then
be
win
easy
it.
for you to win it, really. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It should
Should be
just
so
be a
easy.
walk in the park. They got
That's what I'm saying.
like, come
But
on.
But they say
You
they
know,
got bigger fish to fry, man. So let's see about that fish
we'll
in May.
see.
But nah, but Arsenal they're doing well, man. I hate to say, but they are doing well. But let's see what happens because there could be a one big injury and then bang, they
Hey,
congratulate. So let's see what
100.
happens.
You know what it is though? What I think about is how comes they're playing so well now? How comes at the day they win games at the day when like seasons before and I think that they was flopping, and now they end of the day they're sort of like they're winning, they're winning certain games at the end and they're winning games confidently. Because I remember when obviously when you lot went to their ground and stuff,
Hmm.
yeah, they they beat you 3-2, yeah. But however, when sort of like they went to your ground, yeah, proves before you're beating 3-1. They look kind of different at the day when you lot went to yeah. I'm not here. Freaking
Emirates.
Emirates. Emirates. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I don't know what it is at the end of the day with Arsenal and for that, but it seems to sort of like have clicked.
Yeah,
You
something
know what I
has
mean?
clicked. I mean, everybody's following the game plan, I believe, and they look like a proper unity, you know? Um,
Yeah,
they have several
they,
leaders in the midfield, you know, when you have a midfield consisting of, you know, several captains, not just Martin Ødegaard, who's the captain for Norway's national team, but also like Thomas Partey, captain for Ghana, Granit Xhaka, captain for Switzerland. So, you know, you have several players to kind of, I mean, leaders to look at, but also you know new additions such as Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, who both have done it, you know, in the Prem for several seasons, right?
mm,
So I think that definitely has helped. But I mean, most of us, probably a lot of us, didn't predict them to be even in contention or even close to being in a title race and whatnot. I was thinking they'll get fourth, but here we're talking about a title race, so you know, or technically you know going home with the actual trophy. So um yeah, they have been overachieving, but like Ori said, they got to go for it at this point. You know, we will be on them if they don't. You must, Arsenal, you must win it, or else we'll be
mm.
here. We will be
But
here,
do you
Yeah.
I'll
think?
tell you that
Do
much.
you think? I mean, I'll put this question out to both of you. Do you think at the end of the day the caliber of the Premier League this season has been high, or do you think it's just been mediocre? And that's probably what allowed us. All right, because put it this way, when like when Man City and Liverpool and they were battling for sort of like the league and everything that we
Mm,
finished on sort of like some very high numbers. One season was not one was 97 points and 98
mhm,
points, and then the previous season and they when we was battling again, it was 98 and 99. Do you understand what I'm saying? You
mhm.
know, I mean, all right, let's be sort of like be straight here, be honest here. Obviously, at the end of the day, sort of like Man United was in this rebuilding sort of like a rebuilding sort of like phase. They were rebuilding everything that trying to find a good manager and this and that. You know what I mean? So they wasn't really in that sort of like conversation as such. Now they
Yeah.
seem to have sort of like got their manager sorted out and they've got a good manager. You know, because he's a good manager. Now they've got a good manager and everything that, and he's got them in that conversation. But do you feel at the end of the day that sort of like the Premiership and they has been sort of like either of a high standard this season, or do you feel it's been mediocre?
Oh, it's such a good question. Oh, I don't even know. I mean, I mean, you see, like a Liverpool, it's been insane how that drop off for Liverpool has been. But you also see a city like maybe finally getting a number nine after years, right, and whatnot, trying to kind of adjust with that whole thing. Pick up Amir. Hope you're doing well.
Big up. Hope you're doing well as well.
But yeah, I'm a little bit unsure. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Do you like back to the question that Anfield Uncle Rodz had? Do y'all feel like the standard of, I mean, the Premier League has kind of been a bit mediocre, or
Yeah. What do you feel? Was it? Is it? How do you say it? Ores, isn't it? Ores,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, rest. Yeah, for me,
Ores.
for me, obviously, when Arsenal play against these teams, I think they tried their best. I mean, we've seen against Bournemouth, they literally scored under 11 seconds. But yeah, we could say that most teams they need to be doing something against Arsenal. But listen, I just think Arsenal. I think they've just been too good in my opinion. I mean,
fair?
they once they get the first goal, they go for the second goal and the third goal. So I just think they've been too good. But teams, they do need to do better, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think, Amir? Welcome to the show, my brother. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. What do you think? Do you think that the Premiership at the end of the day has been do you think it's been mediocre, or do you think it's been at a high standard this season? What's your thoughts?
So for me, I think the Premiership for this season has been a bit mediocre. I feel like the small teams, haven't been, putting as much of a fight, and the big teams, like Liverpool and Chelsea, have been going down. I just think it's been an off season for me. I just think it's been off. So yeah.
I mean, one could say and everything that, right? You know what I mean? Um, if Liverpool and Man City at the end of the day, right? Yeah, was firing on all calibers and everything that, and then what you got then and everything that, because you know what it is about Man United. You know what it is about Man United. You know what I mean? Obviously, at the end of the day, there was a rivals growing up and everything that, and if you're a Liverpool support, you're told to hate Man United and everything that. You understand what I'm saying? But what is it at the end of the day? I've always had a respect for Man United. Do you understand what I'm saying? I've always had respect for Man United, especially the United, because their achievements their achievements is good. You know what I mean? Now, when you look at it and everything that, right? When you look at the most successful teams in British history, you're looking at Liverpool and Man United. Yeah? You're not looking at Man City. You're not looking at Arsenal. You're looking at Liverpool and Man City and Man United, because we have set the trend. We set the trend at the day. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Abdul being at the day, so like obviously we're ahead in success. You know what I mean? We're ahead. Not by much, not like a plenty, but we're ahead, yeah. Right? We are the two teams. Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking that day, look, if Man City at the end of the day were literally firing on all four cylinders, Liverpool firing on all four cylinders, and let's put Man United in there, firing on all four cylinders, like they're firing now, Do you think at the end of the day that sort of like Arsenal get into that argument? Do you really think Arsenal get into that argument? I mean, I'll put that to you first, Arez. I'll put it to you.
I mean, it's an interesting one, but as I mentioned, these small teams they need to do. It's been a mediocre season this season, but I do agree. I do agree with you. Yeah, needs to be higher.
Yeah, it's a hard one. I mean, what do you feel, Amir? What do you feel at the day if you got Man United and you got Man City and you got Liverpool firing in all five cylinders? We're firing, we're destroying teams and everything like that, right? Do you think at the day that sort of like Arsenal get into the argument? Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for Arsenal, Arsenal have been they've been popping off lately, and I think they can, like get into the argument of like the likes of Man City, Man United, Liverpool, and stuff like that. And yeah, I think they can do well on that. So yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna talk about Liverpool and then day, yeah. We're gonna talk about Liverpool because me and Sophie was talking backstage before we started and everything, and it got quite interesting actually. Got quite interesting. Now, obviously, I'm gonna come to Ravi for not Ravi, to Ravi. Stop that. I'm gonna come to Amir first. But like, right, you got who's this now? Oh, see, okay. We got a Chelsea support coming in.
Big up, everyone.
Hey,
How you
Nico.
doing, my
Wake up, man. How are you?
How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you? I hope
Great.
Sophia and the rest aren't giving you a hard time.
No, man, Sophia's my girl,
Nah,
man.
I've been alright with Rodz, man. No,
We are super
Yeah,
nice. It's kumbaya
we're
over
super
here.
nice.
Come on.
Yeah, super nice, man. Yeah.
No,
I
Sophia's
mean,
my
in
girl, man.
terms
She's
of
good.
football.
Huh?
What?
I said in terms of football.
No, Sophia's. Listen, we're nice round there, big man. We're nice round there.
Yeah.
So,
We might get a little bit, but hey. It's fine.
we're nice. We're nice round there. Trust me, we're nice. There's a friendly atmosphere around there.
Sorry, that was just my phone
Let's have an
switching
updrink.
from Wi-Fi to 3G.
Who?
I said that was just my phone switching from Wi-Fi to 5G.
Ah.
Okay, right. That you going on 5G? Let me read out some of these comments before I start the talk on the Liverpool. Let me read out some of these comments. Ravi, big up Ravi, man. Ravi says big up. Enough respect to Ravi.
Big up to
Okay.
Ray.
Rafa Knight FC says big up Rodz. Big up to you. Big up to you. Big up everyone. Drop like. Thank you, Sophie. You know my girl for a long time. I mean, Huddersfield Town. Ryan, this is Ryan, isn't it? Huddersfield.
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah.
Right, Ryan. Yeah, I was chatting to him earlier on Twitter still. So yeah, man. Big up Ryan, man. Big up.
Big up, Ryan.
Big up, man.
What's it? Question for all. Thoughts on the Premier League so far?
I think we've really touched.
We'll come to. I'll come to the Chelsea supporter. What's your name again, big man?
Nippon.
Nippon, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Question, yeah. Thoughts on the Premier League so far? What's your thoughts?
Shit. Next question.
I mean, okay.
I'll come to you first, Sophie. I'll come to you next, Sophie. Sorry, I'll come to you next.
No, as in, I thought you were going to ask me another question.
Not yet. Not yet. So yeah, we'll get back to you. Don't worry, man. Hang tight, man. Sophie, what's your thoughts on the Premier League so far?
I mean, I love the Premier League. It's the best league. Yeah, I feel like, it's exciting.
So this season today has been sort of like a good season for you. You reckon it's been a good season?
It's been better than what I anticipated for Man United. In Ten Hag's first season, whatnot. So hopefully we do get the top four. Not that that's like a big achievement and whatnot, but we already got the Carabao Cup. Hopefully Europa League will be great as well, and then top, hopefully third. Hey, way more than what I predicted. I'll take it. Maybe an FA Cup. Yeah. Come on now, even better.
Yeah, I'm liking that. Yeah. What's your thoughts, Rest?
Yeah, same as Sophie. Obviously, Ten Hag's first season. For me, I would have never thought that we team mentality. But listen, in this season, the Premier League, I think we've been good. I think we've been way better than the past few seasons. But for me, I'm happy, man. Let's see what happens in May. But yeah, if you said Europa League, I think that's gonna be ours. I'm not scared of anyone. I'd love to get Rome in the final. I'd love to, beat Mourinho, and then FA Cup is going to be an interesting one because that could be some man. And I just think Premier League wise, I think we'll get third, and then I'm happy with that. Plus, hopefully, potential new ownership, and then I'm happy, man. I'm happy with the season.
Cool. Amir?
Yeah, it's been an interesting season. I predicted very wrong. I thought Arsenal was gonna get fifth or like fourth, and then now they're first. And I thought Man United was gonna be at like sixth maybe, but now they're no disrespect, but
but where did you predict Liverpool to be?
I predicted Liverpool to be second, like everyone else. I was so wrong about that. I should have seen the midfield coming, and it's just a terrible season for Liverpool. But it's also a good season for other teams as well. So it's been interesting. So
cool. I like it. Let me go through some more of these comments. Let's go through more comments. Right, it's taking so long to come up. What's this one there? Why's it gone off now? Oh, right, let's go back on it again. It's a bit slow, these comments coming up, Come on, man. Yeah, that's better. Hopefully it's come up in a minute. It's a bit slow with this the Wi-Fi is moving slow, man. Trust me, it's moving.
I've been there.
Proper slow. Do you know what I mean? Okay, I'll get back to that one in a minute. So Yeah, so saying about Liverpool and I think that, yeah, Liverpool today with Man City. Today, Man City. I thought it was going to be a draw. Do you know what I mean? But it wasn't to be. And I thought, and they
Mhm.
sort of like when we scored and everything, like, our heads were up. As soon as they equalised and everything, our heads dropped and everything, and that was the beginning and the end. So, your thoughts, Amir, on Liverpool so far this season? Your thoughts?
Well, as you know, for Liverpool, our season so far has been shit, and excuse my language, but it's been terrible, and we need a massive overhaul needed. We need a massive overhaul. I thinking like 9 to 10 signings.
Oof.
We got
Just
so
to get
many.
the whole team out.
Yeah. Just get the whole team out. That's just my opinion. And
I
then
get that.
and then yeah, we just need new people and new players, and hopefully we can challenge for the titles next season at least. Hopefully, I'm not sure, but yeah,
Mm.
we just need to be back next season. We just need to get this summer right. We just need a sporting director. We need midfielders. We need defenders. We need a right back, especially a right back, because Trent hasn't been doing good as a
Oof.
right back. If I'm being honest with you. And then we need a right wing backup for Mo Salah, because Mo Salah has been playing his ass off, and we also need a backup goalkeeper if Kelleher leaves. So that's my opinion.
Good point.
Okay. Nippon, what's your unbiased opinion on Liverpool so far this season?
As shit as we have been.
Hmm.
Look, next week's match is would always be like Liverpool Chelsea. If you look in the past, top who gets Champions League, who wins the league, and all that
Yeah.
finishes in Europe. Now I've just rebranded this game El Shitico.
I've been saying that as
That's
well.
what I've been saying as well. Battle of mid. Battle of
Shitico.
mid.
This is what our game is.
Start
El
the top 10.
Shitico.
It really
Top
is. It's not even a
10.
joke.
Battle of
For
the top.
real.
That is
It's
hilarious.
literally trash versus garbage. Who can? Who can? It's literally between who can be more shit between Chelsea and Liverpool this season. That's all our season has come down to, Uncle.
Yep. Spot on.
Go on, Sophie, take it away, man. Take it away.
No, I agree with Nipun because I'm trying my best not to be biased, but uh, the hate I have for Liverpool has been there for years. But it is what it is. I did watch the game. I did do a watch along. It was a pretty exciting game. It was better than what I anticipated. In first, I did feel like Liverpool was still on it. They were still in it, even though City equalized and whatnot. But I feel like maybe they didn't capitalized off of um, the few moments where they were in the counter and whatnot. They should have maybe gone a little bit for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they should
Um,
have been more ruthless on the counter
yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
exactly. And I'd like Uncle Rods did say when they did equalize, maybe the heads dropped a little bit, but still, I still felt like they were in at least up until halftime still in it in a way. But once that second goal came for City, it was all done, and that came very early on in the second half, wasn't it? Like in the 46th minute or something like that. Within 53 minutes, I think.
Yeah, 53
You know,
seconds, isn't it? Something
yeah,
like
53
53
seconds. I mean, not minutes, seconds. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um. So after that, I was like, okay, yeah, this is going to be a long evening. Let's just say that, or not evening, morning, early day. You know what I mean? For for
Yeah.
for for Liverpool, and that's exactly what it was. The defending Van Dijk. Not a lot of people sometimes be talking about Van Dijk. Van Dijk, telling you, it ain't it. It ain't
Yeah,
it.
he just been hasn't been the same since his
Yeah,
ACL
yeah,
injury, and I feel sorry for him. I really
yeah,
do.
for sure. But
Yeah.
he doesn't really be going in the challenges and whatnot. He often stops his runs and stuff like that. I don't know. And also probably gotta talk more about the club's in-game management. I think it's quite poor, if I'm going to be honest. making, what
Yeah,
was it, 4 substitutions in the 67th minute. What are they going to do? You know,
yeah,
I felt like it
Exactly.
was a bit too late in getting a Chamberlain. When you still have a Chamberlain in your team, brother got to go. Naby Keita, not that he was in this game, but bless his heart, but he got to go.
yeah. Man's just
James
keep getting
Milner coming
injured.
in late, he got to go.
He's gotta go. He's
There's
gotta
there's
go.
stuff like that, yeah, you know. You gotta have a proper sport director in that can put Klopp in his place and be like, brother, you focus on the footballing aspect and let me do the business. You can't have a club to be so involved with the transfers and whatnot and be like, okay, I want these players and whatnot. But somebody also got to tell him maybe you shouldn't go for these players. Maybe we should go for these players, or have more of a unity, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just that's my opinion. Trying to be unbiased as possible, but you know that's that.
Yeah,
You know
no, I
what it is?
agree with you 100%. I agree with you. Yeah,
Now
for
go
sure.
on, mate. Go on. Carry on, carry on.
I just think that Klopp makes the same selection and tactical mistakes over and over again. The player section and formation, the substitutions have been terrible this season.
Real talk.
It's just falling off, and it's just not looking good. It's
Yeah.
just not looking good at all. So
hmm
honestly, and Klopp wants to like keep Milner and all that. I
Like
don't like that. I don't like that as at
that's
all.
mad.
That's
If
just
you want
mad.
to keep him maybe as one of the coaches, what like in the
Yeah, keep
back.
him as a coaching role or give him the
Nothing
backroom
wrong
staff.
with that.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
still having an aging, once again, bless his heart, James Miller, you've done a lot of good things in your career, but sometimes you gotta just throw in the towel and say this is enough. Bring somebody else in. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
I
Yeah,
Bring
feel
some
that's
like
what
new
I'm
he
players
keeps
in.
saying.
them in terms of sentiment. He keeps them. Sometimes you gotta be ruthless and be like, you know what, bye bye. Give them a proper send off, but you gotta move them on. And then one last thing with the point, I also feel like what maybe Liverpool has kind of been not as very good at throughout the whole project under Klopp is keeping, like we said, keeping players for too long. You should have a replacement in for several players, maybe 2-3 seasons ahead, so that at some point, when the replacements are ready, you can then start to say to the older ones, okay, we can move you on to another club and whatnot. Still having players that's been there for years and trying to negotiate new contract doesn't really make sense to me. And I feel like maybe that's one of the big reasons to why they are in this mess. Just
Mm.
because they're burnt out, they can't deal with the system. You gotta try something else. So he is a little bit of a liability when it comes to that as well, in my opinion.
The
One of
thing is,
the one of the
sorry,
things
Scott.
I respect about Sir Alex Ferguson is that he just takes out the players that have been past it. You know what I mean? Like you take a look at Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy. He was old. He was getting old, and he saw it coming, and he was like, "Hey, Ruud, I'm sorry to say this, but thank you for your service, but you gotta
Yeah,
go." And,
Ruud also was,
you
I
know,
think, maybe was challenging some of Sir Alex Ferguson's, tactics in terms of the type of players that he was trying to get in, and you know
right?
they were
Yeah,
butting heads a little bit with what I've heard. So he was ruthless. He was like, "There's no I'm sorry. Sorry for hitting the mic. There's no sentiment over here." So
yeah, yeah. Exactly. No sentiment at all. No,
yeah,
yeah, no loyalty. None of that
mm-hmm.
for sure.
You know,
Oh,
he might be.
You might be on a call.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
cool.
Should we just continue?
Sorry, I just had to think. I just had to call OG, because he's looking for the thing. You know what
Yeah.
it is, though. I think what it is at the day, as I said before, in the day, both were at fault in everything that because what they've
Mm.
actually done, what FSG have done, they've given Cop money, but they haven't given him enough money. They've given him a certain amount of money and say, right, go and do something with that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like your parent and everything giving you £20 and everything that, sending you to the supermarket, expecting you to bring back a whole load of shopping and have
Yeah.
change. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? That's what they've initially done. They haven't equipped Klopp at the day with a sufficient amount of tools at the day to get the job done. Do you
I get
understand what I'm
that.
getting at?
But
And
could I
now
also
you're
add
seeing
one
it.
thing?
Huh?
Not to interject, could I just also add one thing? Because what I was reading when he came to, this the season, that he was given some funds, but then again decided to, instead of buying a midfielder, decided to go for Darwin Nunes in, the summer window, and then for the Cody Hakpo in the January window. Maybe that money, for instance, when it comes to getting Cody Hakpo, could have maybe been used to getting a midfielder to strengthen that a bit. Don't you think?
Yeah,
Or
but yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, and
yeah,
fully respect that. But what it was is the amount of money he was given. You know
mm,
what I mean? Look at the amount of money at the end of the day that sort of like Ten Hag at the end of the day got when he come in. He was literally able to get who he wanted for the positions that he wanted. Lautaro Martinez, the defender, he bought him for Ajax. He bought him. That cost him a pretty packet. He bought him Anthony from Ajax as well, which cost him a 90 million. Do you know what I mean? He bought in Casemiro as well, which cost him over 50 million. So he was given a sufficient amount of funds at the day to bring in who he wants to bring in. Do you understand what I'm
yes.
getting at?
Oh, I see that.
On top of what was there in the first place.
Mhm.
Now, if you're gonna give a person in the day 150 million in there and say, yeah, man, go out and sort of like repair the team, it's not gonna work because they wanted Tuchemani in the day, right? And Tuchemani and they will probably cost about what 80. Renzo probably
Maybe
sold him for about 80. Do you know what I mean?
potentially.
You know, so that's your midfielder there. Was they gonna get another midfielder? But wouldn't have the money to do that. And then what I'm trying to say, when you've got an elite manager and they should be getting a certain amount of money. You cannot be giving a person like Klopp at the day 150 million and say, yeah, go out and buy players. Do you know what I mean? Because like Pep Guardiola and I think that right. One of the reasons at the end of the day why he's so successful, yeah, is one at the end of the day he gets the money at the end of the day to buy who he needs at the fair. I know at the end of the day the Saudis have got money, they've got endless amount of money. I know FSG haven't got as much money as them, but they've
Mhm.
got money.
Yeah.
They've got money. Two at the end of the day, right? He always tries different tactics. Never the same tactics are being played of a long period of time. He will switch up. He will switch it up. Like
Mhm.
today at the end of the day, he's playing like a 3 4 3 um 3 2 4 1. Do you know what I mean? He's playing that sort of like situation. Yeah. Now in midfield and midfield they literally and they dealt with us in midfield. They bossed up midfield, did everything they wanted in midfield, and we all know at the day once you win that midfield battle and for that, that's it. You won the game.
That's a wrap.
You literally won the game. And that they made Grealish look like prime Xavi. Seriously,
He
they made him
looked
look like
hella
Xavi.
good, man.
He made him look like Xavi for that. Grealish has not looked. Grealish at the day has not. Make no mistake. Grealish has not looked that good since Aston Villa days. I'm telling you,
No, I
he has
agree.
not looked that good since Aston Villa days.
Yeah,
Seriously, right?
World Cup.
So really and truly, at the day, right? It's some of FSG thought because FSG should be giving Klopp at the end of the day the right amount of tools at the end of the day to at the end of the day sort of make up a Champions League because we all know at the end of the day last season at the end of the day 4 trophies. We was in for 4 trophies right until the end. You know what I mean? You can't expect that same team, to do that over again.
I agree.
You cannot
I
expect that.
agree,
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Very
Yeah.
So,
true.
so,
Yeah.
so then at the day, you look at Klopp and say, look at the Klopp. You felt short. You felt no criticism, Klopp, but you fell short of 2 trophies. Yeah, the league and the Champions League and everything that.
Hmm.
You was right up there and everything that. What can we do at the end of the day, right, to improve that? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. What can we do to improve that and everything that?
Yeah.
And he hasn't given. He has not been given the money to do that. You're giving a
Hmm.
man. You're giving a man at the day. 1 minute, I'll bring you in. You're giving a man at the day that's put you in a hunt at the day that nearly completed at the day English football in history. You know what I mean? You put and like they was up there right until the end. You know you know what? They could have won that league and everything that if Gerrard and they didn't frigging make those changes. I don't know why he made those changes, but anyway, that's history. Do you know what I mean? But really near to complete history. You cannot give a person at the day, a man like that, 150 million and expect them at the day to sort of like do the same as they did last season. You can't do it, man. You cannot do it, nothing that. Because at the end of the day, right, what is it they? They brought in Tushameni. They wanted to bring in Tushameni and everything that, yeah, from France. Personally, and they needed more than that. They literally needed more than that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Way more than that. So really and truly, and with 150 million, you was never gonna get that. You was never gonna get that. Let me bring in Chelsea OG in the building.
Yo, yes, guys, man. Big up in the sad, depressed way. Bruv, man. Well, you just making that point, man. 150 mil is dead, bruv. But how about if we gave Klopp 600 mil? How about if we gave him 350? You know what I'm saying? He would have done big bits. So,
yeah,
I wish we had Klopp, man. I wish we had 7-year project coming to our, like, that's 7 years of greatness, bruv. I'll take that any day. Like, Potter, you could have, bruv. Oh,
no,
man.
I don't want to.
No one wants him. No one wants him, bro. This guy's worse than David Moyes. David Moyes got to go West Ham. This guy, he's gonna go end up in fucking Scottish second league football the way he's going. He's gonna go about Sweden and whatnot, bro. Swear down. I'm pissed with this, bro, man. I'm shocked we didn't get it, man. What are you saying,
Potter should go to Spurs. He should go manage Spurs.
Nah, even Spurs are like, nah, I'm dodging that bullet. Even if he's a yes man, even if he bum licks Levi all the way.
Yeah.
Nippon, you're on mute.
You're on mute,
Nippon, you're on mute. Nippon, he's on mute, man.
This guy's done over 1,000 streams. You think he's got coming in and out? But listen, man, yeah, man. Bruv, there's Twitter spaces gone crazy. I've been on like 3 shows today already before this. My bad for coming late. Like I was just on Terry's show, Football Terrace, and we just hit the nail on the head there, man. Like Potter is in.
You can't listen. You cannot give a man that sort of money and everything that, yeah, and expect him at the day to perform miracles. Expect him
Can you
at the
hear
day
me
to
now?
perform miracles. Yeah, we can hear you. Expect him to sort of like perform the same miracles as you did last season. It's not going to work. Do you know what I mean? Now I said people say it and they want FSG have given like Klopp money. They will say that and feel like, yes, he has given money. FSG have given money, but not enough. Not enough. Because at the end of the day, right, if you've got an elite manager, if your manager is elite at the end of the day, right, he needs elite money. Simple as that. He needs elite money and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? If you got a manager of a company, yeah, a manager of a company, you don't pay the manager of the company and everything like that, the same wages as you paid sort of like a normal worker, like a sales assistant. You don't pay him the same wages as that. His wages are higher because he's got more responsibility and he's supposed to make the team tick over nice. Your company tick over nice. So obviously they don't get the same wages. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't tell me and then you want to give the man 100. Listen, it's a piss take. Look how long it's been with Liverpool and everything like that. And you want to give him 150 million? Look what he's done for you.
That's one player these days. 150 mil, like one player and a half.
Legit.
Exactly. Now people are saying, you know what the joke is now? Now people are saying, and their fans are saying, and they don't want Jude Bellingham and think that because they know at the end of the day, if we did get Jude Bellingham, that's all we're gonna get. And we know at the end of the day we need more bodies in the first. So people are saying now at the end of the day, well, I don't want to spend like 130 or 150 million on Jude Bellingham because we can get 3 or 4 other players for that. Do you understand what I'm saying? But we can get 3 or 4 other players for that. But are they going to be of caliber? So you get what you want, but not what you need.
FFP wise, you can get 5 players, fam, for all 80, 90 mil. You know what I'm saying? You guys could spend much more money than us or Man United, but we're closer to the FFP line. Well, I'm just shocked that FSG don't want Pop to succeed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Todd Bowley wants Pop to succeed, but he's messing up. FSG want Klopp to succeed, but it's like don't want him to succeed. It's like the opposite, fam.
Yeah, because you know what it is. You know what? Why their man there want sort of like Potter. They want Potter to sort of like succeed, and like FSG want Klopp to succeed because it's their boys. We had the same situation and they with Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers stayed at least a season too long. At least a season too long. He should have been. He should have been gone at the day when we got beaten by Stoke 6-1 on the last game of the season.
True.
Stoke had us up. He should have been gone then. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
But like to me, at the end of the day, you cannot give that man that sort of money at the end of the day and expect him at the end of the day to sort of like do it all. And for now we're playing with players at the end of the day that normally on a normal day and I think that right would not get into our 11. Like Procession said in the day, he would if we had the play. I'm telling you, Procession said in the day is a good player. And for that, but if we had the squad at the day that we wanted, and for that, Procession is not getting in there. He's not getting in there, big man. Big man thing.
Yeah, facts.
Was it Harvey Elliott? Harvey Elliott in the day is probably not getting in there.
Yeah.
Ramsey is definitely not getting there. Ramsey's not even getting bought. You're not even buying a Ramsey. You understand what I'm saying? But it's what we've had to do with the money that we have. We probably wouldn't even bought a Cavalier.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's the money that we've got and everything that we've had to say, like, you know what, and then we go and do that. Do you know what I mean? You understand me? You know?
Well, we're both in the mud, man. We're both in the mud. Let these Man United lot talk, man. You guys all off in takeover pending, top manager in the world, don't even paying that much. Man's are laughing.
That's a laughing, yeah. What did Huddersfield Town? Ryan says, I'm sorry, but I hope Arsenal don't win the league.
I hope
I'm
they
with you,
don't.
bro.
I hope they don't either, but I think they're going to. I just have a feeling they're going to win the league.
I'm with Ryan on that one still, and I hope Leeds go down. Yeah, that's a thing in there. That's their rival, isn't it? Because obviously,
I only hear that from United fans. All United fans want Leeds to get relegated.
No, the thing is, I have no problem with Leeds fans. Leeds fans, their problem.
Yeah, because you're young.
No. Listen, guys. Leeds fans, they have problems with United fans. It's not even us that started. It's just Leeds, but yeah.
It's one way.
I think the standard of the coach.
Yeah,
I agree with
Do
this.
you remember because it goes back to the days of the day when they had the likes of Billy Bremner and their man there. Their man didn't. Billy Bremner and their man there did not tell you they did not play games. They did not play games. And what's the other one? Is it Jackie Charlton?
Maybe. But I was like, it ended when Alan Smith. When Alan Smith left that Leeds squad, that's when that Leeds and Man United thing was just done. He actually went to United.
I know.
That
I think the
also from
standard.
Leeds.
Ryan says Huddersfield Town fans TV. Please go over and hit a like and subscribe to his channel, please. Go over, like and subscribe to his channel. Give him some support. He's in my WhatsApp group as from about 20 minutes ago. He's in my WhatsApp group. So go over and subscribe to Huddersfield Town Fans TV. Please go and subscribe to him. Show him some support, okay? I think the standard is mediocre, which is why Arsenal have managed to jump right up to first. Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Ryan, there, mate. I tend to agree with you, Ryan, there, mate. I'm not being funny. I tend to agree with you. I think they dropped down if the other teams up their game. Yeah, I do think so as well. Do you know what I mean? So Man United now. Let's talk about Man United. Let's talk about Man United because the Maguire good still, apart from the 7-0 drumming that we gave you, yeah, the Maguire good, yeah.
The parade.
Huh? Yeah, you guys might win the double.
The 7-0 parade, and then after that,
it's called the poor man's double, the Carabao and the Europa Cup. But it's worthy of a bus tour, so I'm not going to say nothing.
I will take more trophies. Come on,
all right, so if we talk about sort of like Man United at the end of the day have actually sort of like, to me, and they've improved. Even when we beat you that 7-0, trust me, at the end of the day, I wasn't expecting a 7-0. I was not. I
thought we were gonna lose. I thought we were gonna lose.
I thought at the day. No, I actually thought this at the day because what it is at the day, right? with Liverpool and Man United playing, I think that right, yeah, form goes out the window. You know what I mean? Form goes out the window. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about that. Form goes out the window. So I thought at the end of the day, sort of like it'd probably be a draw, if anything. Do you know what I mean? Due to what we was doing and due to what Man United was doing, I said like put the form out the window. It's going to be a draw. I did not think at the end of the day it's going to be 7-0. You know what I mean? So anyway, put that aside and everything. That right? What is the future for Man United? Because am I going good still at the moment? Am I going good? What
But
is
they
the
got
future?
FA Cup as well, isn't it? FA Cup, they're in that as well.
Yeah, we're still in
Yeah,
everything.
there is.
Yeah, cheeky treble.
I'm going to make a bold prediction here and say Man United win the FA Cup and the Europa League.
Oh, yeah, the cheeky treble.
I'll take it.
It's still good. That's like I remember Liverpool won something similar to that years ago, and Michael Owen was there, and they were so happy about it.
I will take. Come on, that is overachieving galore. Are you mad? I will take it.
And third spot as well. I mean, that's all. I rate Ten Hag, man. I don't know how we didn't see this guy.
Yeah, tell us about
Did you see what Tuchel done today? Yeah, Tuchel's winning, top of the table, having a laugh, and we're here struggling away. And so, but you have to, when I see Chelsea, I have to scroll down to the second half of the table. I can't see them there no more. I have to go down.
Yeah, I saw this. Oh,
Man,
11th, man.
Tuchel was a problem at Chelsea as well.
Naz, here's our club anthem now.
He would have fixed it in January.
Take your time, Squidly. Me a ride bike and you ride bicycle and you lead me. Watch your roach gully corner. Watch your roach gully corner. Squidly. Squidly. Fully salt, you pussy clot. You know, here. Too enough, man. Squidly. Squidly. You alright? Where the bicycle?
Yeah, we are fucking shit.
You are.
No, hold on. Let Sophie come in. Let Sophie come in. Come on, it's your this is your time to talk about Man United and what you actually see for the future, Man United. I know you're doing bits now, anyway. Still,
I mean, we're still going through the whole potential new owners thingy and whatnot. So hopefully that will get resolved as soon as possible. And I do see us, like I did say, a third spot will be great. Europa League will be amazing. Maybe even FA Cup. I do think FA Cup will be a bit difficult. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna be playing semi-final against Brighton, and Brighton, they informed. They're looking very good. So I'm not gonna be underrating Brighton in any way, shape, or form. But we'll have to wait and see. Still, in Ten Hag, I trust. It's basically the mindset that I'm going with. So, but we need to do some shopping in the summer and get rid of a couple of deadwood. Maguire might gotta go. Vicky might potentially go. McTominay, will probably go. But at the same time, I did read earlier today that United would potentially maybe not mind him staying. And I'm like, ooh.
What's that? Who? Maguire.
No, McTominay.
Yeah, he's not bad though. I like him though. Still,
He did good in the internationals though. He did make some assists and goals.
He always shows up when it comes to international, But also he does play higher up the pitch and often much when it comes to for Scotland and whatnot. So Ten Hag sees him more as the midfield and whatnot. And also he doesn't really be playing that much for us regardless. I still does think he does a job as a squad player, but I do want other midfielders in, so somebody got to go. That's kind of where I'm at. But I'm hopeful. I mean, like I said, I did feel like this season has gone way better than I anticipated, and it makes me a lot more excited and optimistic for next season, especially. And I pray whoever's up there, please let the Glazers go. When they go, hallelujah. Great days ahead.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna put it around the table and for that. So we'll put it around the table. Orez, you're next, and then Amir, then Chelsea OG, then Nippon. I'm just gonna pop downstairs and do something of it. So Cameron, let you go around the table. Yeah.
Go on, honest man. Gas off about United.
Listen, I always do on Nip and Sean anyways, but listen, yeah, it's looking bright, man. I'm excited for next season, but however, I feel like we need a clear up, man. We need to get rid of McTominay, get rid of
Yes,
Maguire. Phil Jones is still under contract, and he's giving out commentary on Sky Sports, so that's something that needs to be solved
that
out.
was mad. But yeah,
Yeah, that's
That should be
crazy.
illegal. He's working 2 jobs, mate.
For
oof,
me, we need midfielders, man,
we
and
do.
strikers. Listen, for me, Osimhen is the one that I want, or another striker called Hoyland, very good striker,
Really?
very very good.
Would
So
you mind? I mean, Kane?
I'm not his biggest fan, but I
Oh,
wouldn't mind him. But the price tag is an issue for me. It's the price tag for me. Max I would pay for him is 80 million, nothing more.
okay, so if that will, I mean, I'm not exactly sure, with Daniel Levy and whatnot, the guy's lunatic, but regardless, we'll see how that goes. But I wouldn't mind. I mean, Victor Osimhen will be incredible, but Harry Kane as well. For now, could it be an Robin van Persie type of thing? Could that happen? That would be
Because
great.
the mentality
But
we just need to
you know,
change mentality.
There needs to be a
That's
disruptor in that in the Arsenal camp. And I think Man United could be that if they get a top striker.
the thing is, we need to change. We need to change Harry Kane's mentality. That's one thing for me. If we do sign him, but
I think
yeah,
it could be changed with Ten Hag.
definitely. And for midfielder, man, for me, listen, we need a new midfielder, man. We need a
Same.
backup to Casemiro. For me,
Agreed.
I would go look. I don't know why we're not looking at Paulinho from Fulham. Very, very, very good midfielder.
I feel the same. Yeah, he'll be incredible to get for sure.
Exactly, yeah. And that's probably it because listen, it wouldn't surprise me if we get linked to De Jong again. But listen, those rumors will come out again.
They will.
So yeah, I mean, listen, I'm excited. For me, listen, it's the new ownership that needs to be solved quickly, man, because we need to have new owners before the summer and then get summer done. Because apparently Tenor wants the signings before preseason, so get that done. Get the signings in before preseason. Yeah, man, next season. Let's see what it brings. But yeah, as I said about United, at home we've been incredible. At home, man, at home we've been incredible. There's been some games where we haven't been performing good, where performance haven't been good, but we still got the results. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if you get the win and don't perform bad, but you just have to take it because it's 3 points. So yeah, I mean I'm excited right now, but
Arrest, can I ask you and Sophia a question?
go on.
You know, a lot of you United fans don't want Harry Kane because of his loser mentality. Do you not think if he signs for United, Ten Hag will bleed that mentality out of him?
Good question. For me, I believe in Ten Hag. If he wants to sign Harry Kane, yes, I'm all for it. And I do think it will change the mentality. So, listen, yeah, I agree, man. I do agree with that. I think he will. I think he might change the mentality because if you can change Ericsson, who came on he came joined from Spurs and then went on from Brentford, then yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I have a question for Orest and Sophia.
Yeah.
So for the obviously you guys are looking for a new striker, and I was wondering if you guys are okay with. Do you guys think you would be okay with getting someone like Evan Ferguson from Brighton or Gonzalo Ramos from Benfica? Like, what do you think about those two?
Sophia, you can go first.
I mean, I've seen some bit here and there of a Evan Ferguson, so I wouldn't mind him. A Gonzalo Ramos, I saw him a little bit for Benfica, also for Portugal. Wasn't it? He got a debut against Switzerland. He scored a hat trick. Looked really good then. But I don't know what it will be with his. What should I say? With the whole, of potentially getting him and whatnot. We have been linked to him, so I wouldn't mind. Evan Ferguson. There are some United fans that are saying that they'll be interested in trying to get him, but I haven't seen that many links to him, so I don't know. I wouldn't mind. I think maybe getting him and potentially maybe I might be a bit too ambitious here, but maybe somebody as young as him, but has a great potential, and somebody for now, for instance, in Harry Kane, I would be open for that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But for me, it would be important to get striker is something that we definitely are really prioritizing for the summer. So I do think that we'll probably spend a lot to get what we really need, because there's been bare games where we just needed to be a bit more clinical. If we did have a prolific goal scorer, some games will be nip under the butt. So yeah, I'm open.
Yeah,
What about you,
100%. For
Oris?
me, with even Ferguson, if we do sign, I think he would be more of a second striker, to be fair. But yeah, Ferguson, I've seen bits of him. I like him, but it depends. For me, I haven't seen enough links. As Sophie said, I haven't seen enough links, so we need to see that. But yeah, with Goncalo Ramos, he's also another one. He's been apparently on Ten Hag's radar, so that's one I would keep an eye out for this summer for Man United in general. But yeah, both of them, yeah, they're both good strikers. If I had to pick one, probably Ferguson because of the Premier League. He's competition, so yeah.
Yeah, cool. There's a question from Ravi. Question for all. I'll let Nippon take this first. Thoughts on the scouting in football these days? Nippon, you're up.
Scouting is actually not my strong point, but I have to say some teams do it better than others.
Okay.
Not Chelsea, innit? Not Chelsea.
All right, Amir, what are you saying?
It's a good question. It's a good question. I think for scouting in football these days, nowadays, it's been going really good. You know, you take a look at the South American market, and man, they're picking a lot of South American talents from Europe, and then they go to Europe, and then they do exceed well and succeed well, and they just do good. It's pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, for sure.
Cool. Orest?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, for me, I've been impressed with the clubs like Leipzig and some clubs in Syria, man. They produce so many good talents, man, and that's why you see them linked to Premier League. So for me, yeah, I've been impressed with. In terms of Premier League wise, I mean, there's not that. I mean, probably Brighton. I mean, Brighton. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's got to be Brighton.
Brighton, man. The thing is, I don't know how United. Think of what's crazy. United altogether would have gotten. I think it was Haaland and Caicedo for 30 million, but we didn't want to pay them to. So, listen, it's absolute shambles. But Brighton for me, top scouting, and other clubs, as I said, in Leipzig and Serie A as well. So yeah.
I heard Spurs wanted Kavichka Kvaratskhelia before Napoli. I was shocked when I heard that. I was like, wow.
Ooh.
He would have wanted to move to Spurs anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe Liverpool. I might see him going to Liverpool soon. Maybe. You never know.
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, if they sort their stuff out, maybe. You know.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. One could only hope. What are you saying, Soph?
No, I actually agree with with the takes that the lads have been saying, especially when it comes to Brighton. Brighton, they whatever they be cooking. The fact that they Graham Potter left, took the whole training team, whatnot, the people, staff with him, and they still be getting good players from like Matoma. Oof,
Caicedo, McAllister. Wow.
It's just
I think
Brentford
as
well. Good point. Very good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
think probably the top teams maybe could. Except for maybe City. I think City's pretty good with it. But some of the, other big six clubs also, and I put my hands up, Man United should be better at this.
We need to get better recruitment team.
Yep,
yeah.
we do.
We need to get better, man. Yeah.
We do.
That's one thing with new ownership.
Yep.
Yeah. With new ownership, they'll clear out the whole recruitment team. So for me, yeah.
So like United Spurs of America, big up, bro.
Big up,
man like Jacob.
Big up.
Make sure you go over and subscribe to his channel. He does some brilliant stuff up there.
I have a question for all of you. Ask every podcast panel I'm on this question. Which goal did your team concede that made you sit back and say, fair play, no goalkeeper in the world was saving that? Like, not dodgy defending or any of that, but you know what, just a brilliant goal that you just had to, you know what.
You just put your hands up and be like, whoa.
Oh. Yeah. that?
Ooh. You know,
For me, Saka's goal against United at Emirates for me. A brilliant goal.
you know,
Brilliant.
potentially.
Drogba against us 2007 when he let's see, just after the halfway line he hit a volley and fucking top bin, mate. Top bin. It's like a bicycle kicking. Bang! Top bin. I don't think we could have done anything about that. Do you know
I
what
miss Drogba.
Yeah, Drogba.
Such a good player, man.
Yeah.
Well, yet he played for one of your fiercest rivals.
No, I know, but like, but there's
As
like
a neutral.
as a neutral, just as a lover of football, the sport. Even though we're rival teams and whatnot, there's certain players that you just like.
I
Yeah,
got you.
Yeah.
and he's one of them.
So make sure you go and subscribe to United Spurs of America. He does brilliant things in his channel. I was watching it yesterday, and he had some guys on there yesterday, and he's chopping up. He's good.
Okay.
So make sure you go over and subscribe to him. Rabbi's got another question. Get this question up. Question for Orez and Sophie and Nippon. Thoughts on what's going on at Liverpool and the situation. So I'm going to come to Nippon first.
I must ask you first. Why are you asking two United fans and a Chelsea fan what their thoughts are on Liverpool?
Start the question, isn't it?
Okay.
Just ask the
Just
question.
to know what
Who
we're
wants to
thinking.
go first?
I'll go
I
first.
said I'll come to you first, isn't it? Up to you. Don't make me start calling you Squiddly, you know.
Okay, I'll go first then. They're just shit. Just like we are. El Shitico is all the way, people.
I got it. They need to get known.
And I'm calling this right now. It'll be a goalless draw at Stamford Bridge. Both teams have nothing to play. Yeah, both teams have nothing to play for. Both shit. Both can't. One team can't score to save their lives. One team can't defend to save their lives.
El Shitico.
I reckon Liverpool should get Nagelsmann, man. They need to get a new manager.
Sorry?
Go get Nagelsmann. Liverpool should get a new manager for me.
Yeah, we should get a new manager for sure. Because our manager,
Do you think it's time up for Klopp?
Yeah, man.
I think it's time up for Klopp, man.
It's time up for Jürgen. It's time up for
Jürgen. But will
and
he
we
walk?
also need,
Will he walk away?
He won't walk away. I don't think he'll walk away because that's too much fun to walk away from.
Exactly.
I don't think he'll
But will they sack him? That's the thing, though. Will they sack him or will he walk away?
He'll probably get sacked.
Probably so.
And I think
He'll get sacked, but they'll say it's a mutual
agreement. That's what Tottenham did with Conte, man.
Exactly.
It's so funny, but
That's what will happen when Todd Bowley eventually decides to bin Harry Potter.
So keep Graham Potter, man. Keep him. For me, I think Liverpool, they're linked with Paul Mitchell, right? Sporting director. So they're planning to get a new overhaul in their recruitment team. So yeah, it's going to be interesting times. Obviously, they're linked with. By the way, I must say, if Bellingham joins Liverpool this summer, that's a wrong decision for him, man. But Bellingham needs to think carefully. We don't
want to sit and look at that, man.
By the way, it's his dad that's doing the transfers, and his dad's a Liverpool fan, so he's probably listening to his dad. But
he's not going.
Nah, he's coming to us.
He will end up at Real Madrid or Manchester City.
Or Manchester City, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Man City, maybe. I think maybe Man City. I just have a feeling.
I think maybe Man City because of Holland and Jack Grealish.
The nerve.
No, I just.
Or even Man United, the Sancho connection. You never know.
Well, he's definitely not coming to Chelsea, is he?
He's not coming to you guys either, mate.
He's definitely got Chelsea. You might have got too much hands on the books, man. He ain't coming to you, man.
I mean, y'all are a level, you know.
Enzo showed him levels.
Imagine Jude comes to Arsenal.
Hold on. We say Enzo showing what?
Bellingham levels
Oh,
in
When?
that game at the bridge.
When?
Wait, what?
When
When?
he's
when,
talking about next week. Next
Hold
week.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. When?
when we played Dortmund at the bridge.
Right. At the bridge.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
Nah, I don't think he did, but I know for a fact, at the end of the day, he cooked Enzo in Germany. He cooked Enzo.
But
They had to check his
Tim,
pockets at the day to see if Enzo was in there after the game.
Enzo cooked him in London.
You know, we
both
never
cook
cooked him
each
in London.
other, you know.
We never cooked him in
They
London because
just swap places.
he played a different game in London. So you never cooked him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But in Germany, I saw the game in Germany, Brethren, right? He made Enzo look like he just started football, blood.
Oh wow.
Remember me tell you that. Remember me tell you that.
Whew.
It's
You're,
good.
you're not getting it. You're not getting
Question
it.
for question for everyone: what is harder to compete in the UEFA Champions League or Europa? Knowing teams drop in the Europa from Europa Champions League. Amir, what do you think?
What is harder to compete in UCL? It's gotta be the UCL for sure.
Same.
Yeah, because you got big top teams like fighting against each other, and
Yep.
yeah, it's hard for sure. So yeah,
Okay,
Agreed.
Sophie.
No, I agree with Amir. I mean, I would say even if we're in both me and others, we're in Europa League and whatnot, but it is harder to compete in the Champions League. But I would say when it comes to the round of 16s, even though we're past that, but the round of 16 in Europa League was a lot more exciting than
Yeah.
Champions League, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it was still harder. I did, there's a difference with being harder and then entertaining and whatnot. But I would say like the UCL is way more harder, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But hey,
Mm.
we move.
Okay.
We'll be back next season, so hey.
So Nippon, your thoughts? Wim there.
Yeah, I have to agree. Champions League, because you've got teams like Real Madrid, there, Bayern Munich, even Man City to a degree, and even Liverpool if they'd overcome that deficit against Real Madrid, which wasn't going to happen,
Sorry?
but still, you guys have pedigree.
Even
Sorry?
Liverpool, he said.
Liverpool what?
I said you guys have pedigree in the Champions League.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear what you said. Then we said, yeah, respect. Arrest. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree, man. Champions League, man. Champions League, because that's one thing that there's the big team that, as Nima said, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid and stuff. So, I mean, we'll be back there next season anyway. So that's not worried about to be worried about. But I agree with Sophia, man. With gone to knockouts around the 16, Europa League has been much better, man. There's been better teams facing each other, and it's most exciting to watch. What I mean. So for me,
And
yeah,
there's been some good teams still in the Europa League, to be honest.
exactly.
You know?
So yeah, for me, Champions League's way harder.
100%.
Saying that now, do you think it somewhat devalues the Europa Cup? This is open to everybody. It's somewhat like devalues the Europa Cup, having teams from the Champions League being able to drop down into it. Do you know what I mean? Do you think at the day it devalues the Europa Cup? This is open
No,
to
I don't
anybody.
think so.
Anybody can answer first.
I personally don't think so. Maybe it makes it more like, that the teams that, okay, maybe the group stage that didn't work out and whatnot, they still have an opportunity to, get a trophy and whatnot that season. And it puts more excitement as well that, okay, the teams that were good enough to be in the Champions League, even though they're not good enough to win it, can still be in the contention to win something. And it also puts the teams that are already in the Europa League a bit of, whoa, okay, we need to watch out a bit. Like it might be a little bit harder. And I do feel like maybe this season Europa League has gotten, maybe just me, but become a bit more something that people isn't necessarily looking their nose up to, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Mm. What do you think, Amir?
What was the question? The
I was saying that. Do you think that the teams dropping from the Champions League, dropping into the sort of Europa Cup, do you think that divides the Europa Cup?
yeah, I think so, 100%. Yeah.
Mm. Mm. Because I was thinking it today. I was thinking it. Obviously, I'll come to the up to after. But I was thinking today, sort of like if you in a Champions League and everything like that, yeah, and you fail to qualify for the next stage, that's it. You should just be out. It shouldn't be no second chance going into the Europa Cup. You should just be out. That's it. It's done.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? You know, there's no like, you know what I mean? It's no like. Put it this way, at the end of the day, if you're in the Champions League final, yeah, and sort of like you fail to win the game and everything, like, right? You get a loser's medal. You don't get a winner's medal. You get a loser's medal. So
Yep.
it's just done. Just get out, regroup, cut, and come back. Come back next season, hopefully bigger and better. It shouldn't be, oh, you've got another chance of going to the Europa Cup, because I think that's all money orientated. Because obviously at the end of the day, the more big teams they've got in that competition, it's the more better for themselves. If they got like a sort of like a Juventus still in the Europa Cup, if they got like a Barcelona in there, or do you know what I mean? Them kind of big things there. And once they got them in there, it's money for them, because people are gonna watch it, because people
Yeah.
want to see how Juventus gets on and so that. You shouldn't get that chance to do that. Do you know what I mean? If you fail to qualify for the knockout stages, it should be right. Cut, go home, goodbye. Thank you very much. See you next season, hopefully. Do you know what I mean? What do you think?
Yeah, Mourinho talking about this as well. I think he mentioned in one of his press conferences that teams like Roma and Man United and Juventus stuff, they shouldn't be playing at Europa League if they drop out to third and stuff. So Mourinho even came out and said, so I agree, man. Like, for me, it's just a waste of more games to be played, and it's going to be more fixtures together. So for me, what I think is, if a club like, I don't know, Man United or Liverpool, if they finish third in the UCL group, I think they should scrap this. You go Europa League. I think
Mm.
scrap it and then go home, regroup, and just focus on the league, because it's just more fixtures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree, because I think a lot of people, not saying us fans, I think the bodies at the end of the day that control this, these competitions, they don't look at that. They don't look at the fact of the day. So look, you know what I mean? That's more gays on top. Do you know what I mean? And I always think at the end of the day, that's the reason why I don't want Europa Cup, yeah, or Europa League, or any of them sort of like Europa things there. Reason why I don't want that, because I think it does more harm than good. You know what I mean? Because I was saying to you backstage when I said, look, at the end of the day, when Man United went to sort of like Spain and beat Real Betis and everything like that, and they came back and they played that game on Sunday and everything, you can see that they was tired. You can see it and everything like that. And I'll tell you something, and any other teams that today, if they wasn't in Europa Cup, and so that they was in the Champions League and they played on a Wednesday and they had to play Southampton on Sunday, right? I'm telling you something, right? They're beating Southampton. Do you know what I mean? Because at the day, it's like the gap is so short and everything that where you've had to travel back. Because you can think about it. You travel back at the end of the day, sort of like travel back. You probably get back Friday morning. Yeah, you're gonna go home, chill out, and this and that, and you probably go train on the Saturday. You know what I mean? You train on Saturday, then you got the game on Sunday. It's too much. It's literally too much. It takes a lot out of you. And at the end of the day, footballers at the end of the day, they're human beings like us.
What?
You know what I mean? They sweat like us, they bleed like us. They're just like us, they're human beings and that. And it takes a toll on the body. The more
Rodz,
fixtures
you're
you
forgetting
want
something.
to put on.
You're forgetting
You know
something.
what I mean?
There's such thing as squad
Sorry?
depth. There is such thing as squad depth that can counter all those issues.
Even the squad depth. Yeah. Say even with squad depth. Even with squad depth and everything that, right? You know what I mean? Like, right, you got like a bunch of players and everything that, yeah? right? So you got 5 players in the night, right? That you don't play, and you then at the day sort of like you can say you're gonna play them on the Sunday and everything that. Do you know what I mean? They're gonna take a bit of time to get into the game. Do you know what I'm saying? Take into the game.
Mm.
Traveling from there to go to there and everything that. I just think at the day it's putting too much games on people and that. And how many times are you supposed to use your squad depth before at the end of the day these players at the end of the day get knackered? Do you know what I mean? It's just too much. That's why I said at the end of the day, if we was in the Europa Cup and everything like, I'm the under 23s. I am literally playing the under 23s. The under 23s and the under 18s. Yeah, go on, man. Fill your boots. Go and do something. Do you know what I mean? And I'm saving my squad at the end of the day. I'm saving my squad at the end of the day. My first team in the first 11. I'm saving that for the league. I'm saving that for the league.
Wouldn't it potentially be another trophy to get?
Never. I'm never disrespecting the trophy.
You might have got about 100 players on the books, you know, big man. So it's all right for you, you know.
No, but I do think Lippens has a bit of a point though, because for me too, I'm like, you know, I want to challenge for every trophy. Give me everything, you know.
Yeah, but
I want to still be able to do, you know.
Yeah, but the things about it, it takes I know what you're saying, but it takes a toll and they on the body and everything. And I just think at the day, so like
that's why it's important to utilize the squad, you know.
You know, I think at the day, it's one extra. It has a couple of extra games at the day that you need not play. There's a couple of extra games you need not play and everything. That once you listen, you battle so hard at the day to get in the Champions League. You get in the Champions League, you give it all you got and everything that, but you fall short and everything that. You fall short and you finish third in that group and everything that. Yeah, man, cut, go your yard, regroup for next season, and concentrate on the day on. You may be still in the FA Cup. You concentrate on that.
I still would want it. Because I used to also think that way back before, but now like I'm no, give me everything. We've been deprived from trophies for such a long time. We got the Carabao Cup. I want more. That's the type of the mindset I have right now. But hey, I see it.
That should be the mentality. That should be the mentality that you should go in for everything, not just the competitions you want.
No, it's not the fact of that at the end of the day. It's not the fact of that. If you hear what I'm saying at the day, if you're in the Champions League at the day, right? You're in the Champions League and you finish third, you should not get a second chance to go into the Europa Cup. You shouldn't get that second chance. You should cut and go home. Do you know what I mean? Why is it in the day that you have the right to sort of like get a second chance in the Europa Cup? You know what I mean? No, it's not about that. It's about in the day you've battled yourself at the day to get into the Champions League and everything like that. You got into the Champions League and in there you fell short in the Champions League. Cut and go home. Simple as that. Cut and go home.
Are you telling me that putting third place into the Europa League is rewarding failure?
Of course it is. We think it's better.
Because the thing is, small clubs.
Is better, brother.
Because we still have another chance. That's the mindset now for the small clubs, because they'll be focusing more on getting third rather than trying to get in first or second. So it's a good idea, man.
You check it now, RS, right? If you know, say at the end of the day, right, you can get into sort of like, say that you can still be in Europe and even though you fall short and everything like, right? Some teams ain't gonna try that hard because they're thinking of the world. You know what? And then we might not qualify for this, but we get dumped into that. Now, there's already teams thinking like that. Now, there's already teams thinking like that, thinking of the fact that right, we can get into the group stage and everything like that, right? And the worst case scenario is that we can go into the Europa Cup. It shouldn't be like that, brother. You battled that day to get into this competition, and then right? If you fall short at the day in this competition, and right? Cut and go home. Other than that, it's a reward. It's a reward for failure because you have failed in that competition. Am I lying? Am I not? And you have failed, didn't you? You failed in that competition. So that thing.
I hear that, Uncle.
If we get to the final, right? If you get to the final, better. If you get to the final of Champions League, yeah, but you haven't, but you finished sort of like fifth at the end of the day, right? You finished fifth, and then they sort of like in your league that season, yeah. But you got to Champions League final, and you lost. You lost in that final, yeah. Right. That means you're the second best team in Europe. Am I lying? Yes or no?
You're not lying.
Yeah. Right. Okay. You don't get to go into the Champions League next season.
Yep.
You don't get to go in Champions League. You're going in the Europa Cup. So how is it end of the day if you finish third at the day in a sort of like in a group stage, you get to go in the Europa Cup? It's a reward for failure, my brother.
I see. Fair.
But
Simple.
Uncle, do you not believe in second chances?
There's the brother. Everyone said no, brother. Right? Yeah. Everyone said no, brother. Why should you get second chances? Because if you fall short in a Champions League final, but you don't qualify for the Champions League that season and day, right? You're not going back into the group stage of the Champions League, are you? You're staying in the Europa Cup. Or even if you don't qualify for Europe at all, and anything like that. All right, for instance, that season and day with Fulham at the day, right? Got all the way to the UEFA Cup final and for that, and they lost out to Seville and everything, right? They finished 10th in their league. And
Atletico Madrid. It was Atletico Madrid.
No, it was Seville, man. It was Seville blood. I watched the game. It's Seville blood. Anyway, right? When they sort of like when they lost out to Seville, right, in the final, right, and they finished 10th in the league, did they get to go? Did they A get to go in the Champions League? B, did they get to go in the UEFA Cup group stage? Yeah, right. Or C, did they not get to go into it at all? It was C. It was C. So why is it end of the day if somebody's in a group stage, yeah, of the Champions League, they fall short and finish third? Oh, you know what? You can still go in the Europa Cup. It's a reward for failure. They rewarded them for failing. It's simple. It's simple. It's simple. If you look at it, it's simple. Because if you fall short of winning the Champions League, and you fall short of winning the UEFA Cup or Europa Cup is now, yeah, but you don't qualify for that position and they to go in it next season and think that, right? That's it for you.
Mhm.
That's it. That's done. So why do they get second chances and they to go in the Europa Cup if they fall short in the Champions League? Why is it? Nobody can explain that to me. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. You know what I mean? So move where I move.
I can't argue with you on that one, Uncle.
It's true. It just to me it doesn't make no sense at the end of the day of why they would want to do it that way. And the only thing I can think of is money, because the more big teams that still got in that competition, the Europa Cup, the more big teams still got in there, it's more money for them. You know what I mean? More people watching it because they want to see how a Juventus gets along. Then if let's say for instance they Real Madrid and they fell short and then they sort of like in the group stage and everything, which I don't think will happen. And they right, and they got dumped into the Europa Cup. Can you imagine at the day how much people be watching that Europa Cup?
Of course.
Can you imagine that? And it's all money for them. So what it comes down to, it's money. It's a money thing.
Yeah.
Ryan's got a question for the panel. Do you think Klopp will stay on next season, or do you think a change is needed? I'll answer that first, and I'll go to Amir, then obviously around the table. I do think at the end of the day Klopp will be in next season because at the end of the day FSG won't sack him because at the end of the day they probably have to spend out too much money. Also as well, he won't walk in the day because there's too much money involved. He's in the top three highest paid managers. You've got Ancelotti, Guardiola, and you've got Klopp. They're the highest paid managers in the world. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he's not going to want to walk away from that. So I do see him being here next season, but a change is needed. Amir, what are you saying?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think Klopp will stay for next season. I think FSG will give him a chance to rebuild the squad for this upcoming summer, and that after that, a change is needed for sure. So, yeah.
What do you think, Soph?
I mean, I do think that probably Klopp will stay, but a change in my opinion, is needed. I mean,
Yeah.
I like I said, the in-game management, it ain't working. You can't keep,
Mm.
you know, persisting with the same system.
Yeah.
But the players, they are overdone. They tired. You
Yeah.
gotta change it up.
If we don't make those serious changes, then we're gonna get left behind for sure.
Exactly. I do
Yeah.
think he might be a bit too stubborn when it comes to that. That no, I'm not going to be willing to change my principles, and I think that might be a bit of an old thinking. You sometimes you gotta like. There's a reason why Sir Alex Ferguson, which you guys mentioned earlier, have been so successful over several decades because he has been, able to be in with the times and whatnot. Like okay, being able to rebuild. But has Klopp been able to do that, or is willing to do that? I don't know, or maybe even has the capabilities of doing it as well. I'm not so sure. So we'll see.
Mm.
We'll see.
Yeah. I think what Ryan said. Just before I come to you, rest. Let me get this thing up now. Come on, man, hurry up. You think he's saying about Klopp and then he's been backed with a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? He has been backed with a lot of money and that. So I think basically what he's saying is no excuses. Sort of like, do you know what I mean?
Mm,
The only thing I will say to that is that he has been backed with money. He probably, no disrespect to you, Huddersfield Town fan. No disrespect to you because like we don't go around and we don't disrespect people. It's probably been backed with a lot of money compared to what Huddersfield Town would get. You know what I'm saying?
fair.
Now, as I said, I mean no disrespect, but when you look at sort of like the money that Liverpool's as Huddersfield Town spending that money, do you know what I mean? Unless at the day they got in the Premiership, right? Like that in it. Yeah, sorry, sorry about that. I went off there, man. I just froze then, innit? I
It's
froze,
okay.
man.
It's all right.
I
It's
froze.
completely fine,
I
man.
froze.
No
But yeah,
worries.
well, so I'm saying in regards to sort of like what Huddersfield Town Football Club would spend and
Mm,
what Liverpool spend, you probably can say it's a lot of money. But in the terms of like the stature of Liverpool, you know what I mean? The stature of Liverpool and what we've actually, um, what we've actually done throughout sort of like football history and history, it's not enough.
mm-hmm.
Considering at the
Yeah.
day, right? You got Man United at the day that spent 90 million on a player. 90 million to spend on Anthony. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the echelons you have to go for. That's the echelons you
I
have to
mean,
go for.
we
If
we,
you're
we kept that deal going for too long. We could have gotten them early on in that window, but we decided
yeah,
to wait, and then we went back, and they were like, "Okay, Ten Hag says he wants him, pay it."
yeah.
But that was wrong business. We should have not paid that much money. But hey,
Yeah,
he
but
moved.
you paid it and it's come true and everything that, yeah. So
That's it.
what I'm trying to say and everything that I'm trying to say, if you give Huddersfield Town 90 million to spend on players and everything that, yeah, will spend they'll get a bag of players, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? You know,
a good play.
they'll
Yeah.
get a bag of players. With teams in the Premiership, it's different. It's
Mm,
very different in the day to a team in the Championship. Do you know what I mean? The stakes are higher. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. As I said at the day, you got like Klopp at the day, right? Klopp is that when you think about it, he's known as an elite manager because, as I said, he's in the top three highest paid managers in the world. In the world, you know, what I mean? Along with Ancelotti, along with Pep Guardiola, and I think that, yeah, right. Saying that you cannot give someone like Klopp 150 million in the day and say, go and do that. If you give, if you gave at the end of the day, someone like Pep Guardiola or what's saying Ancelotti, if you gave them 150 million and then said to them, yeah, go and buy some players and get some players in and this and that, do you know what I mean? Obviously to go and do what they need to do, they will laugh at you. They will laugh at you. They'll tell you and they double that and some more. Then I can be able to bring the players in. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like that, really. So Klopp has been backed, but not backed enough. As I always say, they haven't backed Klopp enough
I see that.
because what I was saying at this and then I think somebody.
Sorry,
somebody,
I have a question for you.
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
think Klopp is becoming a bit of an FSG yes man?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. The long and short of it, my friend. Yes, I do. I think he is, and I think to be honest today, my friend, I think he's been like that for a while. It pains me to say it. I think he's been like that for a while. At least 3 or 4 years he's been like that. Because remember the day, he's the one that comes out and tells us at the day, well, we got bills to pay and this and that. Do you know what I mean? He's the one that comes out and tells us at the day, right, the transfer window's done now. We're not buying any more players and everything.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and says, oh, we fucked up and everything, that right?
Yeah.
Basically said we fucked up and
We don't
we
need a
need so similar
midfielder.
language.
I
We
was
don't need a
wrong. We
midfielder.
do
And
need a
then,
midfielder.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And then
I
he
was wrong,
and then you
man.
go for half a million and day, right?
That
They
just
get
stinks
caught
of
shaking
being
hands.
a yes man. That just stinks of being
No,
a yes.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Exactly.
He is
Yeah.
he is an FSG yes man. That's one of the reasons that they Nippon that he's one of the highest paid managers in the world because he's a yes man.
Actually. Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Definitely. Because remember at the day, the Tuchel at the day, right? Tuchel at the day. One of the reasons why he got they sacked him from Chelsea today because he wasn't having that. He
Yeah.
wasn't having that. Tuchel was
Exactly.
coming out and saying what he wanted to say. Hey, if you don't like it, well, screw you. And look. Oh, hold on. Look where Tuchel is now. Look where Tuchel is now.
He's
Tuchel's
gonna
at
fall out
Bayern
with
Munich.
that board. He's gonna fall out with that board as
Tuchel's at
well.
Bayern Munich.
Trust me.
No,
He's
but
gonna fall out with
that
Munich
remains to be
as
seen.
well.
You think so?
That remains to be seen.
He has a history of
That
falling
remains
out
to be
with
seen. But
the hierarchy in every club he goes to.
yeah, but he said what he does in it. He says what he says what in the day what he means. He says what's on his mind. He don't
keeps it a buck.
sugarcoat it.
Yep.
He does keep the buck. And the thing is about it from that, he's with Bayern Munich and from that now. Yeah, he'll probably win the league. He'll probably win the league with them, and he'll probably win the Champions League with them.
Might.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Right now, and if he wins the Champions League this season, that's 2 Champions Leagues he's got with 2 different clubs,
Yep.
and
In
that's
a matter
all
of
because he's
2
Big
years.
achievement.
Come on now.
Yeah.
right. So
That's
that's
elite.
all because at the end of the day, he's not a yes man, right? So if he does that, if he wins the Champions League this season, we have to start giving him flowers now. You're saying, "Yeah, brother, you've arrived." You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? You've arrived. You feel me?
Right.
So
Mhm.
really, truly, at the end of the day, right? Yeah, Klopp at the end of the day. The reason why he's got so far with Liverpool because at the end of the day, he is a yes man. Simple as that. It pains me to
Yeah.
say it, but it's true.
I also do think that FSG
But
hides
he
behind.
was still winning you guys trophies though, even as a yes man. He was still winning you guys trophies.
Yeah, it's been. But what if they could have won more trophies if he just would have been fully backed throughout the years? I would have won more. I think so.
Say it again. Say it again, Sophie. Say it again. Talk
I
it
would
again,
have won
man.
more if you would have been backed by
All right,
the
say
board.
less. Say less.
Hey,
That's what I'm
And for
saying.
Liverpool, yeah.
Carry on, bro. Go, Jay.
No, I was just saying, and for Liverpool, I'm seeing Pep Linders more than Klopp out on the touchline stuff. For me, I don't know.
Oh,
What's,
God.
I
I
don't
don't
know
like
what's
Pep
going on.
Linders.
Yeah, for me, I think you guys need to like sort out your coaching staffs and just in general, man. Because Pep Linders, I don't know what your thoughts because I already Amir doesn't like him, but I don't know, Rodz. I don't know if you like Pep Linders, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
Wow.
today, sort of like, I don't like the way that sort of like Pep Linders had it's got someone to say because even when sort of like Man United had Carlos Queiroz in it for that, and we all knew at the day at one time at the day, yeah, we all knew that he was the brains behind a lot of victories that they did have, but he knew his place.
it's a staff.
He
You
knew
know,
his
you
place.
got exactly like you're saying. You know your place. That's
Exactly, you know what I mean.
that's
But
exactly what it is.
I don't think at the end of the day sort of like Linders knows his place, but you can't blame him and then because people are egging him up. People egg him up and saying, "Yeah, man, go on, do this, go on, do that, go on, do this, and go on, do that," and everything like that. You know what I mean? Go and promote your book at the day, mid-season, and they giving away all the fucking tactics. Excuse my language. You know
Question
what I mean?
for Sophia and the rest. Do you see Erik ten Hag as a future Netherlands manager? Like managing Holland in the future?
I see it.
He will stay at United. I could see him going to Bayern Munich. He's always wanted to manage Bayern Munich.
Well, he was at Bayern Munich before, wasn't he? As
as an
assistant.
B team, yeah, he was there for the B team.
Come on, if your country's FA approach you, you're not turning
I
that
see
down.
it. No. I'm
Maybe he
not
can do 2
anytime
jobs
soon.
at one. Maybe 2 jobs at one. Maybe he can do that. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Like,
never
consider
know.
it.
You never know.
I'm thinking, if nowhere anytime soon. I'm saying like hopefully he's been there and done everything he can do for Man United. We become super successful, yada yada yada, and it's at his own terms that he leaves, not because he's been sacked and then he gets, you know what I'm saying? Like it needs to be more so. Okay, now I need to do something else. It's been a long time now. I'm ready to do something else. I do 100% see him at some point. Years, the guy's still young. Come on now. At some point,
I mean,
maybe.
he's 1 year older than Pep.
He's like, isn't he the same age as Klopp or something like that?
Come on now.
No, I think he's 1 year older than Pep. That's what I said.
He's younger than Klopp. He's younger than
Klopp.
Yeah, I think Klopp and Day is just a bit older than me, to be honest. I think he's about a year older than me. I think Klopp was born in
67. He was born in 67.
Yeah, it was 2 years older than me.
Mother.
He's 2 years older than me because
You do not look 54.
I was born in 1969, so he's 2 years older than me.
You were born in 1969. No,
You do not look.
you're lying.
Have you had your birthday?
Brother.
25th of August 1969.
Black do not
You
crack.
do not look
Great.
53.
I'm 54. Listen, I'm 54 this year, big man. I'm 54 this year.
Great.
Real talk.
Wow.
You're literally everyone's daddy here.
Well, that's why they call me uncle, isn't it?
Okay,
That's why they call me uncle. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's why they call me uncle.
Yeah,
Because
let's
the
pause,
bigger man.
but hey.
Because you know what it is today? I'll tell you who gave me that name. My brethren from Coppish, yeah, he gave me that name, Uncle.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Because he knows that I'm not saying the bigger man still. I'm always on the trouble. So what he is today? He calls me uncle. I call him nephew. I say my three nephews. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Was it Drifty who gave you that?
Yeah. Cal.
I swear I thought you were way younger. I really did.
Nah. Yeah.
Wow.
Well.
Wait.
Me too.
Wait, are you older or younger than Robbie from AFTV?
No, Robbie's older than me. He's about. I think he's my brother's age actually.
What?
I think Robbie.
I think he's like 58.
Robbie's about
He's like
58. I think.
58.
He's about 4 or 5 years older than me.
Oh,
He's about 4 or 5 years older than me. Robbie is.
wow.
Well, I know Robbie well. No,
What is your
30 years.
skincare routine? Share it down below, your skincare routine.
Sorry.
Your skincare routine.
Sophie. You know I love you, innit? You know I love you. That's why I always got Sophie on my show because I love Sophie. Yeah, but yeah. So Klopp's about 2 years. Yeah, Klopp's 2 years older than me. But like I think Ten Hag's just turned 51, isn't he? Is it 51 now? 50 or 51?
It's 52. I think it's 52.
53.
53, yeah, because Ten Hag's 1 year older than Pep.
Oh, same.
He had a birthday earlier, Ten Hag.
I swear your birthday and Ten Hag's birthday are a week apart.
Oh, he
Sophia.
is 53. He's 53.
Where's Ten Hag's birthday then?
It's February 2nd. It's like almost.
I swear you're like a week after his. I swear you're a week
Yeah,
after.
my birthday is the week after.
Oh, he's Sophie.
Yeah, his birthday is February 2nd. Mine is February 10th. The same as Naby Keita. We're the same age, actually. I found out, so, hey.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
No way.
28.
No way.
Mhm.
Wow.
You know what it is at the day, right? It's like I don't feel any different than what I did when I was 35 or 30. I
Wow.
literally don't feel any different. Do
I
you
mean,
know what I
hey,
mean? You know, and it's like I'm still planning to do a lot of traveling this year and
big
the
up.
year up and that. Do you know what I mean? I want to go to places in
You
South
do
America
scout-
and stuff like that.
do some scouting for Liverpool.
Huh?
Scouting for Liverpool, right?
I wish
should
one
apply.
day.
Why
You
don't we
should
go to
apply.
Argentina and scout
I
another
want that scouting money,
midfield?
see? Do you? So your language at the day is I know we're going off sort of like topic here, but your language is Norwegian and what's Somali language? Yeah, you.
Yeah. Norwegian.
So you
I've lived here my
yeah.
whole life, and Somali. But to be honest, my Somali is quite poor. I do understand a lot, but I don't really be practicing it that much. But if I do, if people speak to me, I mean,
Yeah, certainly.
I do understand it. But so but I do probably speak mostly Norwegian and English if I'm going to be very honest. So yeah.
Right.
So if if
What about
Annie
you,
Bertola was here, we could have a conversation. Hold on the Ødegård.
man?
Be able to speak with them.
I'll get him on there one time, isn't it? What about you, Ahmed?
Yeah.
Ahmed, do you speak another language?
Yeah, I speak a bit of Persian. I speak a bit of Persian, so
Right.
Iranian. Yeah.
You're from Afghanistan, aren't you?
No, I'm from Iran. Iran.
Oh, sorry, because they
Yeah.
speak Persian in Afghanistan as well. That's why I thought you were from there. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
No, it's okay. It's
Do
alright.
you speak, Nippon, do you speak another language?
Yeah, I speak Urdu and Hindi.
Ooh,
What is that you,
I know a
family?
little bit Urdu.
कैसी हो?
क्या हाल है?
क्या बात है, Sophia?
What is that you?
That's a
Is
bit
that
like
you?
we have a big Pakistani Indian community, and also before my dad came to Norway in the
I don't
late
know.
80s, he studied 5 years in India, so he knows a little bit of Urdu. Yeah, but hey,
Ores, what are you saying? Do you speak another
Yeah,
language?
Albanian, man. I'm Albanian.
hey,
Do you speak any
Lord,
Greek?
glad.
Because a lot of Albanians I know speak Greek.
Nah, unfortunately not.
No, they more or less speak Italian. They more or less speak Italian. I knew a lot of Albanians at the day, right? When I was in Northampton, and a lot of them they should do door work with them and everything. And most of them Albanians at the day could speak Italian. Most of them could speak Italian, and they could speak it very, very, very well. They knew it very well. And I said, "How did you learn Italian so well?" And he goes, "Like the country is kind of like near Italy. Albania is like near Italy, and that's how they knew Italian and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Bit of history there, bit of you know what I mean. Get to know each other and that. Do you know what I mean? The only like I know, with me, I know bits of different languages. You know what I mean? Bits of different languages. I can say hello in different languages.
cool.
You know what I mean? But to speak it sort of like to say I speak it fluently, no, I don't speak it fluently. Like in German, you can say to somebody, alles klar means all right. Do you know what I mean? Alles gut
Oh,
means like all good.
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön means thank you.
Scheiße.
Guten Tag.
Dutch,
Guten Tag means
Guten
good
Tag.
day.
Guten Tag.
Scheiße.
Yes, good
Scheiße.
good day.
Scheiße is the usual,
Guten Abend.
Thanks, yes. Good afternoon means good afternoon. That's good afternoon.
No, Guten
So you
Abend
can-
means good evening.
Yes, you're right. Sorry. You're right. I always get that mixed up. So you're right.
Auf
Sorry.
Wiedersehen.
And I always used to say to my friend round the corner, huh?
Auf Wiedersehen.
See you later.
That's goodbye. That's
Yeah, that's
goodbye.
goodbye, right?
Auf
Yeah.
Wiedersehen. That's
Farewell.
goodbye.
And good
And
night.
then I do a bit of like Italian. I could say like tutto a posto fratello means like,
Oh,
are you right, brother? You know what I mean?
okay.
Tu bien, hermano.
Yeah.
You're right, brother. You're good, brother. You're good, brother. Or if you want to know something, if somebody speaks Spanish, you go "Tu habla español," and that means that you speak Spanish. Or "Tu eres español," that means you are Spanish, and they will tell you,
Sí,
"Oh,
sí.
soy Colombian," and whatever. You know what I mean? So I know little bits, but I don't. I should really learn it all. I should
Muy
really learn it
bien.
all. So, muy bien is very good.
Yeah.
Muy
Liverpool
bien, Karina. Who what? Yeah, now you missed me on that one, blood.
Oh, that's just funny, man.
Cześć, jak się masz means in Polish. It means
Come
hello.
on.
How are
Do you
you?
know any few Albanian words? Come on.
You know what? I don't. You know, serious. I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't. I don't.
Right. You know, the funny thing is, say hello is such a long word. But yeah, such a long word. But it's passionate for you guys. If you want to know.
Bombo
One more
class,
time?
you that dog. Go on, you know.
I went in a private chat so you guys can have a
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. 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 This
Hey.
this is what I like about sort of like the footballing
Right.
family.
You
Are
guys
creative.
have a try at reading this word. It's out now. It's out.
Let me see this thing here. Let me see this thing.
What is that?
Yo, nah. I can't read that. I can't read that.
Is it Persehendice? Am I wrong? I'm wrong.
Salam alaikum, you know. So who's on that? American copy, you know.
Yeah. Salam alaikum.
Hey,
Yeah.
Walaikum assalam.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, man. I like that. I like that. Let me see about any of these other. Was it every summer you lot want signings? Why can't you play with the current lot? ETH is such a genius. But no, we can't play with the current lot because they ain't saying Jack. They ain't saying Jack. What's ETH? He's a genius.
Eric
Eric
Ten Hag.
Eric Ten Hag.
Oh, big up. Yeah, he's a bad man still, you know. Ten Hag a bad man still, you know.
Yes.
Listen, he's the type of guy. If you're having a bad first 30 minutes, he will drop you off. He will take you off immediately.
Yeah.
So,
Uncle Eric, he doesn't play.
Yeah, you don't rap. You don't skin teeth. Where is Sancho? If he's genius, where's
what is
Sancho?
going
Wait,
on?
is this co-op guy trolling or something?
He's definitely trying. Just relax, man.
Tiny bit.
Sancho.
He's just
Who do you support, co-op? Who do you
he's just a bit
support?
I don't even know.
He might be
wants
Liverpool.
He wants to diss Anthony. Now it's Sancho. What's going on? No.
Well, Sancho and Day.
Sancho's doing
Sancho-
alright. He's doing good. I like
Sancho's doing
Sancho.
good, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
After coming back from doing 1v1 training privately in the Netherlands, yeah, he's doing well, man.
Yeah,
There's players
I
out,
He left the
there's
purple
players
from
out there
home.
like Gakpo that you can call that, man. What's going on here?
Yeah.
What's up, my Gappo? Don't call
Unless-
that. Don't mention Gappo. Remember, he scored 2 stingers against you, you know, fam.
Honestly,
Yeah.
we had
Honestly,
an off day. We had an off day.
Gakpo, he could have
Alright,
won.
don't
He
watch
could have
that.
won the Carabao Cup with United. You know, he could have won that.
Now he's probably thinking,
Basically. Yeah.
imagine where I could have
200,
been.
200 mil for Sancho and Anthony is not
What?
genius. It's
Oh my
stink.
god.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I'm not entertaining that, man. Come on now.
Yeah.
The Brighton and Brentford scouting is fantastic. It is.
100%.
It
It
is
really
fantastic.
is. I want to take their scouting team. I really do.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really
You
do.
know who else I think
I'll take
has
that.
had fantastic
I'll
scouting
take it in a heartbeat, man. You got John
until this
Murray.
season? Leicester
Yeah.
City.
Leicester.
Here's one from Ryan. Yeah.
Look, think about it. They sold N'Golo Kante, and then they signed Wilfred Ndidi. They sold Danny Drinkwater and bought in Yuri Tillemans. Riyad
What the hell?
Mahrez out
What-
James Madison.
Can I just say what the hell?
But Madison's been a flop though. Madison's been a flop, I think. Yeah.
He's been
You
a
know
flop.
why? You know why? Yeah. You know why I say that? Madison's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I don't doubt his ability. Yeah.
Mhm.
But what it is at the day, right? Madison at the day is very injury prone, and
He's
I
too
don't see the
injury prone,
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see the point of having a you can say a world class player with all that ability. So like a player with all that ability, and you don't often see it. Do you know what I mean? All right. For instance,
What
for
if he
instance,
goes
at
to
the day,
another
yeah.
club? You know?
But for instance, at the day, yeah. Check it now. So that you bought Anthony 2 seasons ago, yeah. Right. Let's put him obviously older than what he is. You bought him 2 seasons ago, right? Yeah. And in that 2 seasons that day, he's probably played about 20 games for you and for that. But you know he's got quality because that's what you bought him for. You know he's
Yep.
got quality. But in that 2 years, he's only played 20 20 games for you. You're gonna start looking at him sideways and thinking, boy, well, it's all right. Yeah, that's all right. You've been good and all, but we ain't seen it. We don't get to see it.
Hmm.
So then at the day, you can put him in the kind of like the flop stage and then for that because you're not getting to see what it can do. Do you know what I mean?
Uncle,
And
check
you know
your
that they want to get the pitch, you can do it.
Uncle, check the private chat.
Yeah, Karen. Yeah, Karen. Yeah, but do you know what I mean, though, Soph? Do you know what I mean?
No, I see what you mean for sure.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
But
I mean, I don't doubt his ability. I
yeah,
do not doubt his ability as a player. But I think at the day, sort of like you just don't get to see it enough.
yeah,
And what's the point? Do you know what I mean? Because we was looking at Manson. I thought, so, no, I don't want him. Do you know what I mean? I don't want him. I would rather Yuri Tillemans than him. I rather Tillemans than him. Because he said that Tillemans at the day, you can get a good amount of games out of him.
I think
You know what I
Tielemans
mean?
bursts out after 60 minutes. That's what I realized with Tielemans. I think he gasses out after 60 minutes. But he's a good player, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't doubt sort of like the guy's ability, but I just think in the day, sort of, when when you got a player that he hardly see on the pitch,
yeah.
obviously, but when you do see him, he's doing bits. It
Hmm.
makes you even more vexed. You think stuff. All right, we had the same thing with Sturridge. He had
Yes,
ability to the
courage
max. He
for
had
sure.
ability. He
I
could score you
miss his
some worldies.
celebrations.
Yeah.
The whole,
Yeah.
I loved it. It did it
Yeah.
backwards as well. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved him. But he
He's a
had
pundit
ability.
now. He's a pundit now. Did you know
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, he's waiting for Arsenal now. I don't know what's going on.
I heard that.
But that brother there, he had ability.
He did. He
You know
oh
did.
what I mean?
yeah,
He had
he did.
ability.
Sure.
But the thing is that we never saw it often enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in some respects, you can probably say he was a flop. There's one season in the day, right, where Rodgers was able to manage him very well. Do you know what I mean? And limit the times he trained and so forth, so forth. And he got a whole season out of him. He
Hmm.
done bits in that season. There's a
Oh
season that
yeah.
he destroyed Arsenal, yeah, and he destroyed it. And then they sort of like who else did he destroy? What's that other team? Everton. He destroyed Everton.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
because it was Sturridge and Sturridge and Suarez because they called it the SAS, Sturridge and Suarez, and then you had Sterling was put in there as well. Sterling came in that
Oh my
in that
God,
role,
triple S.
and
All right.
and we was getting goals in the first. That's when he was able to manage and then they Sturridge that season and get the best out
Yeah.
of it.
But sometimes
But
it's
then the
about like
following season, it
managing
was
as well, like for instance with me and Norris, we had a Varane for his first season, injury prone and whatnot, but then you'd have a Ten Hag to put him in a special, you know, training program and whatnot. So we've been seeing Varane be playing a lot more games now, and some games he'd be rested a little bit more, not even in the squad, but it's about adjusting and figuring out what's best for
yeah,
each player. Not every player is capable of playing every single game. Not that I think that everybody should be playing every single game. Sometimes you gotta, like for instance, when Saka was on the bench, for the
mm,
first time in this whole Premier League season, right? So sometimes it's about just figuring it out. I think so.
yeah.
Maybe having him, Madison going to another club wouldn't necessarily be bad. I think maybe going to Newcastle would benefit him to be like the vocal point then there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a
You
thought.
could have a point. You could have a point. What this is a question for everyone. Thoughts on your favorite player in the Prem that don't play for your club. So for you first.
Ooh, in terms of each other's clubs or just in general in the Prem?
In general, yeah.
I, even though I don't like this team, I do like a Bukayo Saka. For Arsenal, I'm not gonna lie, he's so good. Really do, really do like that player. Always had a soft spot for Granit Xhaka. A lot of people know. I don't know what it is, but just I love that man. And who else? I'm trying to think. Is there other players that I'm like really liking from other? Ooh, Sam Maxima as well. I really do enjoy him. I like him. Yeah, those are the players that I can really think of right now. And N'Golo Kante, you know, regardless of his injuries, I love N'Golo Kante. I love that man. I just want to give him a hug, you know.
He's
It's
a nice
just
man. He's such a humble
yeah.
man. I like
But when
Conte.
he plays, he's not so humble, and we love that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. My thoughts. What about you guys?
For me, there's a couple in my head. I like Bruno Gomes from Newcastle.
Ooh,
I think
good
very
shout.
good. To Arsenal, I hate to say, but I do like Trossard, man. I feel like he's been probably Dran the signing, man. Probably I could argue Dran the signing for Arsenal.
I agree.
But yeah, that's a Saka. Who's the older guard. No, so Sophia's man for Norway. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you know, yeah,
yeah. Obviously, Paulinho, I did talk about him before.
you did.
So yeah, there's a couple of few players that I do like. From Brentford, there's Damsgaard. There's Ivan Toney's good as well.
Ooh, yes, same. Ivan Toney, 100.
What about you, man?
There's a few players that I like, and one is Kevin De Bruyne. Oh my God, he's such an assist king.
He was really good today. Not
He
gonna
was
lie.
really good. He
Really
was really good. As much as I hate to say it,
Yeah.
he's really good, and he was a boyhood Liverpool fan. So imagine if he joined Liverpool. Oh,
Was he really?
Oh,
Never
yeah, he
sure.
really was.
yeah,
He really was. He said my favorite team was Liverpool, and that my favorite idol was Michael Owen. Back
wow.
when he was in Liverpool. So yeah.
Okay.
So
Fair.
yeah, he won Man City a couple of prems, and honestly, I'm so happy for him. But you know, the next one I would say is N'Golo Kante because he's really sweet. He's really nice. He's a nice, humble man. But when he plays football, he gets you, man. He gets you real good. He's a really good footballer.
Yeah.
And the last one is gonna be let's see, Riyad Mahrez. Because he's good at dribbling.
Fair.
He's underrated for sure. So I would say
agree.
Riyad Mahrez.
100.
I would go with KDB. It's got to be him, man.
Yeah.
He's just freaking awesome. Awesome.
He's just sick, man. He's sick.
Yeah. And he could have actually he could play for England. He could have played for England.
Really?
Yeah, because his parents.
Really?
Yeah, his
Is it
parents are
because of
English.
how young he was when he came to England, or am I
No,
wrong?
his parents are English. His parents are English, and his
No,
parents
I swear,
migrated.
I think one of his parents is English. I think he has an English mother.
But shouldn't that be enough for him to then be able to?
Yeah, he can still. That's to say, he can sort of like he can play for England.
And did
You know
you
what I
know
mean?
that did you know that Harry Kane and Wayne Rooney could have both represented the Republic of Ireland?
Yeah.
Isn't that the same thing with Grealish as well? I think Bearman could have.
Yeah,
Grealish,
Grealish can do that as well.
Mhm. Yeah, right. Yeah. Holland was
Cavani,
born
you know
in
that-
Leeds.
Cavani
You know
could have
that.
Edison Cavani could have represented Italy.
Yeah, and
To be fair, a lot of South Americans could have represented teams like Spain or Italy.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
but you know that-
Jorginho
you know
and
that-
Emerson. You know.
do you remember that guy?
They,
Do you remember?
I don't want
You remember
anyone
that guy?
telling me that Jorginho is Italian. I don't want
No,
anyone
he's just-
telling me that.
No, he's not. He's Brazilian. But
He's
he just
Brazilian, but he plays for Italy.
But he
Yeah.
plays
yeah,
for-
but he's taken Italian citizenship.
Yeah.
And as long as you don't play for the international full squad, you can play for another country. But do you know that guy Phil Jagielka?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he could have played for Poland.
Could you?
Yeah. I mean,
That,
I
that
would have.
doesn't. Can you not
the
tell
name.
by his surname?
Yep.
That is
Yeah, he could play for Poland.
Jagielka. It's pronounced Jagielka.
Is
Yeah,
it really?
yeah.
Have I
Yeah,
mispronounced?
it's one of his. I think he must be his dad in days. Is Polish. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it's definitely his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad's
I like his
Polish.
last
yeah.
name. It's
Yeah,
cool.
and a lot of those black fellas that play for the Belgian national team, they can literally represent Congo
I mean,
and Cameroon.
yeah. Just look at
You know what I mean?
France by itself. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Africa
Yeah.
won the
You
World
know,
Cup.
both
Come on
Hernandez
now.
brothers could have represented Spain.
Yeah.
Teo and Lucas. They could have both represented Spain.
See,
Theo
you
and
see
Lucas
that.
Hernandez.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
see
they
that.
could.
So
Yeah,
Can you not tell by their surname?
Holland could have.
yeah,
Holland could have represented England. Holland.
exactly. Oh,
Hmm.
thank God he didn't. Brother, no. Come on now.
Oh
It's
my
okay,
God.
Don't do that to
Sophia.
us.
We have Harry Kane. It's
Nah, man. Listen, yeah.
we
Ryan
made
Giggs
it
could have played
Holland,
for
but
England, didn't he?
Hmm?
Ryan Giggs could have played for England, didn't it?
could you? Potentially.
Yeah, Ryan Giggs could have played. Yeah, could
Probably.
have played for England. Yeah. But they said that in the day he was no good or something like that.
Oh.
They didn't rate him. They didn't rate him.
Mhm.
Something like that. Some bollocks like that. You know what I mean? You know, Messi, Barca away for LFC or Eric Edmond for Spurs. Right, I'm not going to answer that question.
Who?
Eric
I have
Edmond.
a question. Who is Eric Edmond? Because I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. I don't know.
probably a
Much
Tottenham
about
player, no doubt.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Brother, I don't know either.
I don't know that.
I don't know.
Bless him though. But
Is Christian Norgard Norwegian?
Christian
Yeah.
Norgard. Is he?
Some Nordic-
The Brentford player.
No,
You mean-
they're
you mean
hella
Damsgaard?
bench. They're hella Danish players there. You know, the manager is Danish. He's not. I'm pretty sure he's not. He's something not good. He's
Wait.
not. He's Danish.
It's Danish. Yeah, he's Danish.
He's Danish.
Did you guys know Pedri could have
Well,
played for
Christian
Real
Norgard.
Madrid?
Who?
Did you guys know Pedri from Barcelona could have played for Real Madrid?
Could
He
he?
was in trials for Real Madrid, but then they rejected him because they thought he wasn't good enough. So-
Man United rejected Martinelli as well when he was at
Oh
Did he
yeah,
really?
Martinelli.
What the hell's
Yeah,
wrong with
that's-
us? Why?
oh my god.
Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with us, man? Reject. Get out of here.
The thing is, with Man United, bro, we made Jude Bellingham and we made Bellingham visit our training ground, and then we still said no to him. Like we
Even
gave him
Sir Alex Ferguson was there.
Wait.
He still said
said
no.
no to you.
He said no to
He
us.
said no to you.
He
Let's
did.
have that
Yeah.
right.
He did.
He did.
It
'Cause I think
wasn't we said no
Alex
to him.
Ferguson was there as well, I think.
Who said no?
Bellingham
United
before-
didn't say no to you. Jude said no to United.
That's what I
Yeah.
said.
That's
no,
what,
arrest. You said United said no.
No, Jude said no after. I think it was Sir Alex Ferguson and some United board. They literally gave him a tour around training ground in the club, and Bellingham just said no. That was when before he joined Dortmund, obviously. Not
yeah,
now.
exactly. Before.
Yeah,
So he
before
could have
he joined
become,
Dortmund.
you know.
Yeah,
But he said
so-
no.
You know what it is though?
What do
He
you
was
think
linked.
now, though?
What?
Yeah.
He was linked with Bellingham was actually linked with Liverpool when he was 17 years old. When he used to play for
And we could
Birmingham
have gotten
City.
Alvarez for $5 million, but United said no.
And we could have
Yeah.
gotten Enzo Fernandez from River Plate last
I believe
summer.
wasn't
A
we
club
also
sale.
with him?
United were linked with Enzo Fernandez as well.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
dumb. We're dumb. Or not we, but we have dumb bored people, you know?
Yeah, listen, John Mertz fan. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Guys,
get 'em
should I
all.
tell you a story? Last summer, obviously around the Frank de Jong rumors, him and Richard Arnold, which is the chairman, they both flew to Spain to
Yeah.
negotiate with Barcelona and still did not manage to find a
Yeah.
deal. That is probably one of the
That's-
funniest transfer deals ever.
Dang.
I'm pretty sure it
Oh my
wasn't even once,
goodness.
it was like twice.
And then I think it's the week after that, United advanced talks to send Rabiot. Thank God his mother said no, and then we went on to get Casemiro. So
Rabiot's a Liverpool fan, but he got some attitude issues. I don't want.
Yeah.
I never wanted
I don't
Rabiot.
want
And
him.
Yeah,
Sophia, remember the Arnautovic links?
Oh,
now
hell
tell
no.
me.
No, I remember the Arnautovic link. I was like,
Oh,
if
we've come a
United
far
get
way
this,
since
oh
then.
my
Thank
god.
God we
Of
didn't.
his attitude. You know the thing
To
is
be
with
fair, you
history.
still have a Burnley reject on your book.
No, I'm not
Oh,
hearing
we're
about
not
Red
do-
Bulls.
I'll take
No,
him
no.
any day over
I would-
Arnautovic.
No,
Yeah.
We're not
Red
doing
Bulls.
this.
Some Red
Oh,
Ghost,
come on.
man.
Nipun.
You need to put some respect on Red Ghost, man. I'm not having this.
Also,
Red
Nipun.
Ghost.
We're going today.
Remember
Who-
that Lukaka
Ross,
will
who
be
do you have
coming
as a
back.
striker? Who do you have?
Okay?
Who do you have?
Huh?
Remember,
Liverpool.
Lukaku is coming back to y'all. Okay?
He
Remember
doesn't
that.
want to be there. No, he's not. He doesn't want to play for us.
Yeah, but Inter don't want him as well.
Ain't no one Inter's got money problems, blood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's back to Stamford Bridge, fella.
Ooh. It's not looking
Stamford
good
Bridge,
over
yeah,
there.
he comes.
Roberto
Look,
Firmino's
drop
leaving on
it.
us
Look,
for free as
all
well.
I'm going to say
Yeah,
is
he's going, yeah, going.
I think
Fair
Firmino's
play
probably
to
going
him.
to go to like Al Nasser to play with Ronaldo.
He might
something
go
that
to
we-
Brazil League.
Or he might go back to Brazil. Yeah, probably.
But you know what it is, though? You know what it is, though?
no, I see him going to Italy. I see him going to
Yeah.
Italy.
But you know
Inter
what it is,
Milan.
though? With Firmino in the day, with Firmino, anywhere he goes, I wish him the best of luck in the flat because you know what
He's
it is
been
in
a
the
good
day,
servant
right?
to you guys.
He's
He's been good.
been a
He's a
good
legend.
servant
Oh
for
yeah.
Liverpool.
Oh yeah. Without
8
a shadow
years
of
he's
a
been at
doubt.
the club. He's been at the club for 8 years in the day, right? And you can't fault him. You cannot fault him with that. Do you know what I mean? So like, yeah, anywhere he goes and everything that, right? I wish him the best of luck. Do your thing, boy. Bro, do your thing. You know
He's
what I mean?
going to
So
go. What I'm going to say is when Lukaku's loan ends, he's going to go to Inter Milan and replace him.
Are you sure?
Chris, who
That's what
who
I feel
Firmino?
that's going to happen, yes.
Oh, Firmino.
Yeah,
Firmino.
probably would do.
Firmino, he'd fit at. He'd
Oh, yeah,
be
yeah.
a-
He could.
Yeah, he could do that.
He could
could
do
do
that. I'm
that.
gonna miss Firmino. Firmino's a legend for Liverpool, always.
He needs to. You know what? In the day,
Good player.
right? He needs the guard of when he goes. They need to give him a guard of honor, mate. Serious. There's got to be something they should do for him at the day for being such a
Maybe
good
try and
servant.
get
For
that
Liverpool.
singer. Maybe try and get that singer who made that song about Salah. Oh, money, da 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 da.
It's not
That
that.
is done.
Bobby
What?
Firmino, but we sold Coutinho.
My God.
You lot are crazy, man. Let me go through this comments anyway because I need to wrap up soon. Still, you know what I mean. Let me go through this comment. All right, question for all. Quick and fast. For all. Question for all. Favorite teams in Europa in Europe that you don't mind. Favorite teams you don't mind in Europe.
Ooh, that's a good question. I like that.
Yeah.
I would say Bayern Munich. I like Bayern Munich and their history and their atmosphere and the club and everything. I just like their football. I just like their football for sure. Bayern Munich.
What are you saying, Soph?
I mean, not a lot of people know, but my second team has always been like, Inter Milan. I've always had a thing for like Italian football, like even before becoming a United supporter. So like Inter has like a soft spot in my heart. But also been really liking Napoli. They're
Good team.
looking
Oh
dope.
yeah, Napoli's a good
Ajax,
team.
yeah, Ajax
Yeah.
as well. Over the years and whatnot. And Real Madrid as well is a team that I do like. And maybe Dortmund, but I would say that I don't have a issue at all with the Bayern, but it's something with Dortmund, especially when like how they are so focused with the youngsters and whatnot, that they really give the youngsters a full
Yeah.
chance and whatnot. I do like that, even though they got slapped up today against Bayern, but hey, that's another story. Regardless, other than that, they're good. Decent team.
Question for all: what's better to play, back four, back three? Quick and fast. Who wants to answer that?
It depends. It depends.
I
Yeah.
prefer back four, but like Amir said, it does depend. Sometimes you gotta switch it up, I guess. But
Depends
I
whether you
prefer-
play with wing backs or full backs.
Yeah.
and we don't play with wing backs, so
Mm.
I prefer.
What was I going to say? Question for all: do you see the Tannin League on the rise again?
Nah.
100%.
Not
No,
really. I say that because like they're having a financial situation crisis with Inter Milan and Juventus, and if they don't fix that up, then they're gonna I don't think they're gonna rise up again. But
Really?
they should, yeah. But they should do that though. They should be able to rise that up. So yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Question for all: do you think current managers and players take the was it Derby days on rivalry
In Premier League.
serious in the football these days and know what it means for the fans? Who wants to
Mm,
answer that?
I would
I
say
didn't know.
yeah, but maybe if there's some new managers, sometimes that like for instance, I think with Ten Hag, I didn't, I don't think maybe he might have been a bit too naive of the severity of how serious the rivalry between Liverpool and United really is. When
Mm,
looked at the lineup and whatnot and stuff like that. But other than that, I do think that a lot of managers do be taking it seriously. But also, I do feel like the rivalry. This is no shot to anyone, but the rivalry between Man City and Liverpool, I feel like it's a bit soft. But today I saw a little bit of like passion, which was nice. I don't want to see the kumbaya stuff. I want to see, let me see
yeah.
a bit of.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to
Like,
see. I respect you.
like no
No,
hugging, no fight, no
no, don't
like
give me all
what
of that.
Roy Keane said. Like what Roy Keane
Yes,
said. He said
yes,
you gotta be show passion and fighting. You gotta just have
exactly.
the desire, the hunger,
Yeah,
the
I
ability.
wish that we could have seen like a Klopp and Pep go at each other a bit. Remember
Exactly. But
when?
they're just best friends. They just like handshake each other. They have
It's
each
so
other's phone
annoying.
numbers. They talk a lot on the phone.
I swear, I'm
They
not.
go to
No,
dinners, you know what I
it
mean?
really
Yeah.
irks me because it was fun watching. I remember Wenger, pushing. Okay, it might be too far, but it was funny pushing
Yeah,
Jose
pushing
Mourinho's
Mourinho.
back.
Yeah,
It was
yeah, yeah.
funny,
It was
you
funny
know,
as hell.
right?
I
yeah,
remember
the
So
when
fun. Yeah,
Wenger.
yeah.
You know what's funny? I remember when Wenger like had to go to the United stand because he kicked a water bottle, and then the referee
Mm.
was saw that, and he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna let you go to the United stand." And then he was like,
right,
"What did I do? What did I do? What did I
exactly.
do?"
Yeah,
Come on now.
I
yeah,
was like, "Wow, that's some rivalry right there. That's
hmm
pure rivalry."
Pizza being thrown at some at Sir Alex Ferguson years back. Come on
Yeah,
now.
yeah, man.
yeah.
Disrespectful, but hey, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Ravi says, "Yo, you can't keep a straight, Sophie. You can't keep a straight face. Lots of laugh. It's so funny."
Hey,
Yeah, it was Atletico Madrid. I don't know what that was supposed to mean.
man, it might have
Uh,
been when we were talking about like a Europa League final or something. Atletico Madrid, but was it
no,
against
it was
Chelsea?
Fulham because I remember Fulham that day sort of like won it 3 times in a row. They didn't come
Mm,
to win it 3 times. I'm sure it was Fulham.
yeah.
'Cause I tell you who's there's a guy. There's a guy that used to play for Fulham, and
Mm-hmm.
he went to sort of like Seville as well, and he was
Mm-hmm.
playing. 'Cause remember they knocked out Middlesbrough in the Europa Cup final as well. 'Cause remember Middlesbrough got all the way there. You know what I
Okay.
mean? When he had Jimmy Ford Hasselbank and them, and I'm sure it wasn't
Ooh.
there, but I look up in them.
Yeah.
They beat us the same semi-finals, then beat Fulham. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it was thing. I'm sure it was thing, man. But we move. Question for all: thoughts on top 5 centre backs in the world currently?
Uncle
Uh,
Rodz, Nippon is in a private chat. He says, "Let me in."
oh, okay. Let me. I thought he was in it.
Yeah.
That's shame.
No, he left for a second. He's back.
Nah,
Yo.
my AirPods weren't working for some reason, so I should take them off.
All right. So I'll give this question to you, Nippon. Yeah, I'll give this question to you. Um, thoughts on the top 5 centre backs in the world football currently?
Ooh, I'm gonna say no. Virgil van Dijk has not been good enough this season. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
he really hasn't. I'm sorry.
Because if the question is
As a
current, then
Liverpool fan,
hell
yeah,
no.
I got a good list.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say
Nippon,
number 5, Thiago Silva. No, not because he plays for Chelsea, but
he's good.
because
He's
he's been
good.
so good for us this season.
Same. He's been hella good. Who else?
Number 4, I'm going to say that Araujo guy who plays for
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Yeah.
No, actually, I'm swapping him and Thiago around. Araujo
Okay.
5, Thiago 4.
Okay.
At number 3, I'm going to say another ex-Chelsea boy, in Antonio Rudiger. He's been good for Real Madrid
Yeah,
this
he,
season.
yeah.
Number 2. Oh God, oh God, I hate his team with a passion, but I'm going to say, fuck, I'm going to get a lot of hate from Chelsea fans for saying this,
Say it. Say
but
it.
I'm going to say William Saliba.
Okay.
Oh.
Saliba.
Okay.
And
What
number
a Saliba.
and
Okay.
number 1.
Who's number 1?
Oh,
I'm excited about this one. Who's number
I'm
1?
trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the bathroom.
There's one that starts with M. His
There's one
surname.
that starts with K.
What? Huh?
K.
What?
Is it Martinez you were talking about? The one with M?
Yeah, exactly. Or
And I'm not going to say Konate.
No, not him. No, there's the other K.
Another K.
for your team.
No. I'm
No,
not saying him. He's been a bozo
league.
this
From a
season.
different league.
Okay.
I'm not saying him.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
You know what
I'm
I'm
not going
talking
to say
about?
it. I'm not going to say it because he's been a bozo this season.
No. Another one from another league, right?
Another league.
Yeah.
King Min Jae?
Yes, that's the one.
He's been the best centre back in
Europe.
Europe. He's been the best centre back in Europe this season.
Oh my God.
I would say Martinez and Min is up there, but hey, both of them been very good. But yeah, I would love to get a Kim Min Jae at Man United. Oh, bring me Kim Min Jae.
He's been such a revelation. He's been world class. He's been excellent.
So good.
Yeah, my list, I'm gonna go with my list. I'm gonna go with number 5, William Saliba. Number 4, Martinez from United. And number 3, Matthias de Ligt from Bayern. And number 2, Kim Min Jae. And then number 1, Ronaldo Araujo from Barca. That's my list right there.
Okay.
They are excellent. They are excellent.
They're really good. For sure.
They're really good. Yeah. What's your list?
I mean, I don't know if I have like a particular,
My list could change next week.
Yeah.
It could. I mean, I would say like would I say Saliba? I think sometimes maybe a Gabriel also for Arsenal probably has been a bit
Gabriel's
overlooked.
good. Yeah.
But maybe I'd say like Thiago Silva has been really good for Chelsea. I feel like he's been maybe a bit of a light in the tunnel for Chelsea. Sometimes when they're struggling, it's been maybe the midfield and not scoring enough goals. But Silva has been very good, in my opinion. So maybe a Thiago Silva. I would love to. Who else? Araujo, the guy from Barcelona.
He's Argentinian, isn't he, Araujo?
No, he's
No,
Uruguayan.
he's
He's Uruguayan. He's Uruguayan.
Exactly, from Uruguay.
What is it with these Uruguayans having English first names?
I have no
Araujo.
idea.
Ronald, Darwin.
Ronald. Yeah. Oh, that is a good point, actually.
Ugarte. Yeah.
Edison, maybe. I don't know, a bit of it, Interesting. Okay, so and I would love to have, because a lot of people be overlooking my guy Varane, so I'll have Varane third, I'll have Martinez second, wait, no, I'll have Kim Min Jae second, and I have Martinez first.
Yeah.
That's what bit of maybe Man United bias, but like Martinez has been a revelation for Man United, so.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's been excellent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So you're not being through it still.
What's your top 5, Uncle Rodz? What's your top 5 center backs in the world of football?
Yeah, like current right now.
Like currently, like just this new era right now.
Rudiger's in there.
Okay.
Definitely, he's in there.
They've been said that as well. Yeah. Okay.
have to put my boy in there still. I have to put Kanate in there still.
Kanate, that's fair.
Yeah, I have to
was,
put him
he's
in
good.
there.
Hey,
Um,
been better than Van
I
Disney. So
do like Varane. I do like a bit of Varane.
tell
I
him,
do
Uncle.
like him. I think, but because his record speaks for himself. He's won trophies, man. He's
Yes,
won trophies.
a
Yeah.
You know what
lot
I
of
mean?
people be
A lot.
overlooking him and thinking that he's kind of, that when he was winning so many trophies for Real Madrid, that he was kind of like the sidekick of Sergio Ramos. But I think that's false in my opinion. I think
No,
he
he
might
does
not
bits,
be
man.
super vocal and whatnot, but he's clean, clean. He does what he does what needs to be, and hey, overlooked. But I love him. Important player.
No, he's good. What's that guy? Plays for Leipzig. Is it Guardiola?
Oh,
Oh,
Guardiola.
Gavardio.
Guardiola.
Gavardio. Oh,
Yeah,
I forgot about him. Oh,
yeah. He
Yes.
plays for
he's
Leipzig.
in my
He's a,
honorable mentions list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same.
no,
Same.
he's good.
Very
He's
good.
good in the thing there.
Mm.
Do any Arsenal players get in there? No, fuck you. No, I'm joking.
That's funny. F you, Arsenal.
um.
Uh,
No, seriously. No, that is one. I'll tell you what, though. I have to go for Thiago Silva for longevity.
Same.
You have to go for longevity. You have to go for longevity. He has to be in there. So that's my five
Guy's
because
38 and
you know,
still does it. What?
yeah, and the thing is that he was doing bits at AC Milan, went and did bits at PSG, and now he's doing bits at Chelsea. So
Exactly.
he's got to go in there. So yeah, that's
100.
that's my five. Yeah, I
Mm.
like that. Yeah.
Also honorably shout Nathan Ake. Been very good
Mhm.
for City.
I have another
Who's
shout.
that?
I have some
Yeah, he's
honorable
good.
mentions. My honorable mentions are Eder Militao from Real Madrid,
Yeah.
Same.
Oh,
Gavardiol,
Yep.
yeah.
Ndika.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What else? Let's see. I'm trying to think. Gavardiol, Ndika, Militao. What else?
So any other clubs that come into?
Does Pavard count as a center back? He's been good.
Ooh, he's been good.
No, not Pavard. Upamecano.
Upamecano.
Yeah.
Oh
Upamecano. Yeah.
I've been thinking about the
Yeah,
that's
song.
about
Whenever
it.
people say Upamecano, I start singing the French national song.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good for Bayern.
He's good.
For sure.
I like him.
Ravi said you don't look your age, Sophie.
I mean, thank you. Yes, I've heard it.
Big up to you lot. Good for your age.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
No, man. Allow me, Noah, man. No always comes in today when we go in. You know what I mean?
Next time, Noah.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Next time.
Minerals.
Yeah, a strong maybe. That's a very strong. You know that player I was trying to think of last week? No, week before. Yeah, the Norwegian player, the mixed race one. Tony Cruz's name was. Cruz.
Oh, you mean
He played. He was a Norwegian. He was a Norwegian.
Jon Carew. Is that
his name? No, man. He used to play for Valencia, but he was Norwegian and he was mixed race. Cruz.
Jon Carew.
His name?
The thing is, you guys
Well,
can
allow that,
pronounce it differently. No worries. Jon Carew.
Jon Carew.
Carew. Yeah. Jon Carew.
Yeah, but they call him Cruz over here, isn't it?
Brother, y'all be saying Erling Haaland. It's Erling Braut Haaland. Come on now,
Allow that, innit?
We say it different out here.
You're not judging it. Thoughts on the monster. Yeah, he was good. He's played for Valencia.
Yeah, Aston Villa as well.
Aston Villa as well. He was good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's getting enough women as well. He said that. He had enough women, man.
He's been, there's some yeah, some tax stuff happening with him. So you know,
How old is he now? Though? He must be in his 40s now, isn't it?
he has to be. How old is Young Cardiff now? Young
Okay.
Cardiff. Young
He rejected his car.
Cardiff. He is. Oh, he's 43. He'll be 44 in September.
Okay.
Freaking
Okay.
hell. Bless
Yeah,
you. He
he's a
looks
really
good.
good player. He's a really good player. Really good
Yeah,
player.
super tall.
What's his heritage then? What's his heritage?
I think he's half Norwegian and from Gambia as well. I think his
Right.
father was from
Right.
Gambia. We have a lot of like mixed race, or some at least, either from like
Yeah.
half Norwegian from Gambia or half Norwegian from maybe Nigeria, stuff like that. Like for instance,
What's
Joshua
Norway like?
King,
Is it a nice
half
place?
Norwegian as well. Hmm?
Is Norway nice? Is it a nice place?
Yeah, we out here. We're the people aren't so super welcoming. We quite cold, but other than that,
Yeah,
it's
it's
high.
cold there though, isn't it? It is cold in Norway, man. It can get
It
cold
is.
over there.
The snow is still.
Yeah.
It's April, and we still have lots of snow here. I'm sick of it. I really am sick of it.
Wow.
So where is there a lot of black people in Norway?
Where I live, in Oslo, downtown. In Oslo, we do have a lot.
Okay.
More so east part of Oslo. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprising if you see another black person. We used to it. Yeah, we out here. We have a
You
big
know what it is
community
today?
of
So if
Somalis,
I go north,
Pakistani,
oh
Kurdish,
okay, okay.
Moroccan.
So
Yeah,
if I go to Norway and then from that
yeah.
you hit that's where I should go. You know what I mean? That's where I should go
You,
down that way with find more black people. You know what I mean? Because I don't like feeling outnumbered. You know what I mean?
I mean, you would see like obviously I know what you mean, brother. I've been there. Hey, but you won't be surprised if you see another fellow black person. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It
yeah.
wouldn't be that feeling. You'll be like, oh hey, okay.
Just I want me to understand them. Innit?
But we still, I mean,
How
a
do you
lot of
know?
people do speak English though.
Oh, okay, that's good. How do you say hello in Norwegian?
Hello.
Is that it? Hello. See, what about goodbye?
Ha det bra.
What? What did you say? What was that?
Ha det bra.
You said that so fast. I was like,
I'm
raw.
sorry. I'm sorry. Ha det bra.
Harder gra.
Ha det bra.
Blah.
Bruh. How
Or
the
or
bruh?
just or
Blah.
just or just ha det. Ha det.
Harder.
How
Harder.
the?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
how the?
I hear that.
Yeah.
I
So
hear that. So if you say hi to somebody, hi,
yeah.
how would you
You can
say it? Just
also
hi.
just say hi. Hi.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
It's
Do you know they say that in Finland? That's how they say hello as well. Hey,
actually
that's in Finland. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. I mean,
Wow,
I
wow,
do
wow.
understand. I can understand Swedish people.
Yeah, because
I mean,
isn't it all like your languages, like Norwegian and Swedish
it's a
language,
bit. I mean,
Denmark, Scandinavian, isn't it?
Danish for me is a bit difficult to understand. Certain Danish accents is like, ooh, you have to really sit there and be like, oh, it's
Yeah.
easier to read a Danish text than to listen to a conversation, if that makes sense, or
Right, I hear you.
in my
I hear you.
opinion. But I do feel like I understand Swedish people a lot more. But reading a text in Swedish, that'll be difficult, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah, yeah, no, okay, okay.
yeah, yeah.
How far is Norway from Sweden? Is it far?
No, not really. I think like if you drive maybe 4 hours or so.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
So people
Not
do,
bad at
yeah,
all. Not bad at all. Yeah.
yeah. So it's people be doing a lot of like road trips to Sweden to buy groceries because stuff is a lot more cheaper, a lot more affordable in Sweden. So a lot of people be going there. Norwegians, or maybe Swedish people be coming here to work because this
Yeah,
country is expensive. I'll tell you that much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sophie, definitely hood girl, big up.
I mean, I'm from a town, Romsås, that in Norway it used to be known as the ghetto of Norway. So we have leveled up. But also Joshua King, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but
Yeah, he's from
yeah,
he's Norwegian.
yeah, and he's
Yeah,
from the
he's
same place that I've grown up as well, Rumsos.
yeah.
So yeah.
Sophia, you have the best pronunciations.
Thank you, Rabbit.
Right, we're gonna wrap it up now. It's been a
Thanks
good
for
show.
having me up. Thanks for having me on, Uncle.
No problem, no problem. You're welcome anytime. You know how it goes. Yeah. We'll be back next week. Okay. I will still have my co-host Sophie will be here. Sophie will always be here, and for that makes it all good for me. Sophie will be here, and then
Will it
I'll
be
get
an
you a
open
message.
show?
Yeah. I'll get you to come on again, Amir. From that, because what I mean.
Okay.
But I'll put like an open show, and I'll probably have like something like five or six people at the day. You know what I mean, in there, and so everybody can sort of like give their opinions on their team and other teams and so
I
forth. I
really
don't
enjoyed it. It
need
was
like
nice.
Yeah,
So
yeah no.
yeah, I
Listen,
enjoyed it. This was a great stream. Yeah.
same.
listen. You know what isn't they? I always enjoy doing show like this, and I always enjoy having sort of like you, Sophie, on there, and I enjoy having you on there and other people. There's other people I enjoy having on there, and it just gets a chance in there to get to know people and do you know what I'm saying, and communicate with people and that. That's why I always say, and I think that when we got when I got the chat, I like to keep it respectful. I don't like people disrespecting each other. Do you know what I mean? There's no need for it. Do you know what I mean? If you've
100%.
got that's the thing. If you've got a difference of opinion, agree to disagree, and we move. You understand what I'm saying? I have a show. I've got a red and blue show on Wednesday. It'll be on Wednesday instead of Tuesday because we play Chelsea on Tuesday. I've got a red and blue show on Wednesday. Then the following week it'll be back on a Tuesday, and I will have Cal from Coppage will be on there as well.
There you
Cal
go.
from Coppage will be on there in 2 weeks' time. You know what I mean? So
Can you get me on the red and blue show as well, please?
yeah, no problem. No problem. I'll book you for one of the shows still. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Definitely. I'll be in
Again,
contact.
Noji versus you and Cal.
No, you don't want that smoke, brother. You don't want that smoke.
Not versus, but you know what I mean, to balance it out a little.
Yeah. I get you. I'm ramping with you still. But yeah, man, it's like, guys, if you're watching this on a replay, please hit the like and the subscribe button. Also, as well, Sophie, please shout out your channel. Please shout out your channel.
Thank you. Yeah. My channel is Sophia's Football Talk on YouTube. I like to say it like, it's 70% Man United content, but 30% other stuff. I did the Man City Liverpool watch along today, and once the Champions League is going to be back on, I'll probably do more match reaction for that. So a bit of match previews, watch alongs, match reactions, and debate shows here and there. Most of it being live streamed, but also sometimes if I'm not able to, I do pre-recorded stuff. So yeah, Sophia's Football Talk on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and then Twitter is just Sophia's Football. So yeah, thanks for having me on, Uncle. I had a great time. Big up to everybody.
Listen, you're welcome. You're welcome anytime. I always take you as my co-host when it comes to these shows. So you're welcome anytime. Your energy is amazing.
Thank you.
Amir, can you shout out your channel, please, my friend?
Yes, so my YouTube channel is American Cop. You can find me on there. I'm gonna be making a video tonight. If a fun video about it. If we can get, like, let's say 100 million war chests, then we can buy these players. Or if we get a 200 million war chest, then we can buy these amount of players. Or if we get a 300 million war chest, then we can buy these players. Yada yada yada. And it's just gonna be a fun video to explore what we can do with different budgets over the summer. And yeah, it's gonna be tonight, I believe, or tomorrow. But yeah, stay tuned for that.
Cool. Nippon, you got a challenge, you mate?
NS Sports TV and the British Lifestyle Blogger. Road to 1K on this one. Road to 100 on the other one. Soon I will be having I will be uploading more frequent non-sports related content on my other channel. So restaurant reviews, flight reviews, all that will be coming in that channel.
Ooh, nice.
And also a new show planned in the pipeline as well, called the First Capital Connect podcast. So basically, all London clubs. So if you're one who supports West Ham, Tottenham, and Brentford and
Mm,
Crystal Palace, just let me know so I can follow them.
okay, so the London clubs, basically.
Yes, basically a podcast for the London clubs. I'll be representing Chelsea.
Dope.
Managed to get hold of someone who represents the Irons. I'm just looking for Arsenal, Crystal Palace,
Okay.
Brentford, and West Ham.
Yeah, I think it's cool
Yeah.
that you're putting on more
Sorry, I
London
thought that-
clubs as well. Not just the basic ones. No shade, but
Nah,
like, I think it's cool that you
I'm
have on.
inclusive to all. I'm inclusive to all.
And that's pretty cool.
So it's not just Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham.
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm gonna like when I reach 500 subscribers and everything, I'm gonna sort of like I am literally gonna start my new channel and it's like a tourist sort of thing where I go to different parts of the world and everything that, and you know,
Cool.
and look at black communities in different part of the world. You know what I mean? Whether it's in Europe or South America and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I was asking you about, sort of like where's the big black community in Norway? Because what I literally doing, be going over there and saying to them, look, how is it for you in this country? Do you know what I mean? Living in this
Ooh.
country and this
Oh,
and that.
I'll-
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Really,
Yeah.
really sort of like speaking with people still. So actually, I'll speak with you about that as well. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I'm looking to hit certain places and stuff. You know what I mean? But
For sure.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Come
But
to Norway,
like,
just holla, bro. Yeah. Come on now.
yeah, definitely. So I want, guys, I want you to go over and subscribe to Sophie's football talk channel. Go over and subscribe to her channel. Does some brilliant stuff over there. I've subscribed to it and I enjoy her content. I know Mayor's subscribed to it as well. Do you know what I mean? Also, go over and subscribe to Amir's channel, American Cop. He does it with Emmanuel. He does it with Emmanuel, another young general as well in the business. Because I actually knew him first before I knew you, didn't I? I knew him first, and I met you after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, man. But they're both good guys. They're doing sort of like brilliant stuff, and his brother as well. You need to get your brother on there a bit more longer, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll get my brother as well. Yeah, I'll get my
because
brother.
he's good. I like that brother, man. He talks some facts. He talks some facts.
Yeah.
Not that you don't. You do talk some facts as well, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man. So it's all love, brother. Go and subscribe to Nippon's channel. It's a long channel. What's it? NS Sports TV. NS Sports TV. Go and subscribe to his channel. Does some brilliant stuff on there. You know what I mean? So listen, go and support these guys' channel. They take time out of their day to bring us content. Whether we support Chelsea, whether we support Liverpool, whether we support Man United, they take time out to give us content and I think that. And these people are amazing people. Do you know what I mean? It's literally a pleasure to know all you three. It's a pleasure for me.
Likewise.
You know what I mean? So
likewise.
people go.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, no, it's all respect around there. People go and subscribe to his channel, show some respect and everything that. And listen, let's build something good. You know what I mean? So we know at the end of the day, if we want to sort of like, if we want to listen to sort of like some Man United content, we can go over to Sophie and Macy and so on. If you want to listen to Liverpool content, you got me, you got Amir, you got enough people. Chelsea content, you got Nippon, you got Chelsea OG, and many more. So you know, we're all out here and they putting in this work so we can bring you at the end of the day sort of like content. Because as I said, I'll say it again, 10 or 15 years ago, we didn't have platforms like this where we can do that. We had to listen to Sky Sports. We had to grow up listening to Sky Sports. Anything the Sky Sports told us, it was facts and everything that, all right? And sometimes it wasn't. Now we've got a voice of our own that we can say what we need to say in effect. So please go support everybody. Big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to Co-op. I know you've wilding a bit. I was wilding in there. Yeah, big up still. Big up Ravi. Big up George C. Who else? Who else want to big up? Big up Chudon. Big up Marion Southward. Big up everybody else in the chat. Big up everybody. Thank you for joining me. As I should be back Monday. I'll be back Monday. There's no show tomorrow. I'll be back Monday for the preview of the Chelsea game that we got on Tuesday. So I'll be back for that. I'll be doing that with Chelsea OG. We'll be doing that. We'll be chopping up. Then we'll be back. Yeah, then we're going to be back on Wednesday and stuff. So I mean, what I'm going to do, Sophie, I'm going to book you in day for one of the spots in there for the red and blue show and everything that. You know what I mean? So I'll holler at you still. I've got you in the group chat. I'll holler at you still in the phone and we can sort it out.
For sure.
Do you know what I mean? And man, I'm looking to get you on there soon as well. And Nippon looking to get you on there soon as well. So all is good. All right, guys, good night. I'm going to go downstairs, make myself a cup of tea, and I'm going to find a film to watch. I might watch that John Wick 4.
I got to see John Wick 4. My friend's been telling about it all day. I got to see it.
Yeah. I want to see that, I want to see that.
John Wick is
great. One time, what was it? When I was in Germany and everything that, I always knew about this John Wick because I think I saw John Wick 1 in the cinema and everything. I thought it was good. And then also they brought out 2 and 3. So when I was in Germany, literally one Saturday night, right, I binged out on John Wick. I watched 1 again, I watched 2, and I watched 3 and everything that. Yo, that was a good Saturday, man. I didn't go nowhere. I just went around the corner. No, actually, I went across the road because where I was, they had a shop, like a little mini supermarket called Penny's that was just, you know what I mean, across the road from me. Went across there, got some goodies, you know it is. I just chilled out all weekend watching John Wick, man. Good days, man. Good days. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. So in the meantime, guys, thank you for joining me tonight, guys. It's all love around there. Sophie, big up. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Sophie.
Peace.
Be in contact. Nippon, enjoy the rest of your weekend, my friend. Big up. And Amir, enjoy the rest of your weekend, brother. And big up Emmanuel for me as well. Yeah, tell him what I was asking for him still. Man's been a stranger around here, fam. Got like a stranger. I don't see him, He's a stranger. I don't see him. But yeah, man. So big up everybody. It's time for me to go. I'm gonna take you out with some music. I was gonna take you out with Squidly, but now I think for another time. Squidly's bad, I got that from Thing, I got that from who did I get from Major Barnes to give me that. Major Barnes not nice. Right, so we're gonna do it. All right then. Goodbye, take care, all love and respect.
Big up, peace.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Bye.
Take care, guys.
Take care.